Yes, I'm gonna be.
Okay,
Just
that's
finishing up some
this is
Animal
the right
Crossing.
us. Here we are. People can
Oh wait,
see.
I wasn't ready.
Too
Mm.
late. Too late now. Hey there, party people. Welcome to the show. We're here to play some DCC, I guess. I mean, like, why not? We're Defenders of Kobold, and yeah, we're continuing our playthrough of the Music of the Spheres as Chaos. That'll be DCC 100. Last I read, set to come out mid 2021. So here's your official sneak peek and our, little playtest of it. So, congratulations and stuff. Yeah, there's bits if you want to throw some bits at the players to help them out throughout this. This is
Need
one
all of them.
one heck of a puzzle dungeon. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. Gonna be crazy. Gonna be complicated. And yeah, last session essentially the party made it through the front door. We spent the entire time kind of setting the scene and then making it through the entrance, and we finally got the front door of the actual dungeon open. And so that's what we're doing tonight, is moving into the actual dungeon proper and seeing what needs to be done inside. So let's just go through and do some introductions. Yeah, we'll go just order of the overlay. So Tyler will go first. Tyler, who are you? Who are you playing?
I'm Tyler. I'm the Defender of Kobold. Catch us on Twitch at r/Defenders of Kobold. I don't know if that's right, but that's what I'm going with.
Okay.
I
we'll
am Father Leopold, the cleric.
Okay. Easy enough. Jeremy.
Hi, I'm Jeremy. I am also a Defender of Kobold, and I will be playing for Bowdy. He's a mean old dwarf who does horrible things for money.
That's fair. Anything you want to plug?
Sure, why not? Pludcast. Cool people talking about cool comic stuff. PLEWD.
There you go. Christopher.
Hello, I am Christopher, and I am a gameaholic.
Nice to meet you, Christopher.
I am one old guy of two old guys games. You can find some of our stuff at the Goodman Games web shop, or you can save 50% on everything we released this year in the complete collection bundle that's available on Drive-Thru RPG right now.
There you go.
I am playing Oakenfen Quiverborn, an interesting sort of elf who has been experimenting with magic for quite some time, but has not yet found a patron.
Okay. There you go. Moving us over to the other side up at the top, Bert.
I'm Bert. I'm feeding Christopher's addiction, so he will never own his 12-week token in that 12-step program he's in. Other than that, I'm the host and primary GM of Steam, Steel, and Murder, the podcast. And tonight I am playing Mornith Aileron, the elf, who doesn't necessarily have to be paid to do bad things.
Just does it for fun, yeah.
I don't think I have a 5-day token yet in the program.
All right. Next up, Friendon.
Hi, I'm Friendon. You could find me on the internet as Friendon, which is my name too, so that makes sense. I draw art for tabletop RPGs. I'm part of the Defenders of Kobold as well. On my Twitch channel, pretty much daily, aside from some holiday shenanigans, you can see me and often my partner Jen doing that stuff. It's really fun to make that stuff. And I'll be playing Rotgut Hauer, who randomly rolled as an elf. We've got a pretty elf-heavy party here. I usually play Bashy Boys in DCC or straight casters, and I gotta say, I am digging the elf, y'all. It's a really fun mix of both. And his patron is Babugbabills, and I can't wait to do dumb things with a frog patron. And thank you, Tyler. Gesundheit, yeah. And that's me and who I'm playing.
There we go. Last but not least is Jake.
Hi, I'm Jake. I'm with the Defenders of Kobold. And I suppose everything's been plugged enough already. I'll just be playing a villainous rogue, as seen here. A fellow by the name of Waylon Bade, who just does bad things because.
There you go. There you go. And a little setup in case, I'm looking away a lot. I've got a new setup here in my blanket fort that I play games in. And my display that I'm actually running the stream off of is over there. So I'm going to be looking that way a lot. So get comfortable with my ear.
Ooh.
So that's...
How comfortable, Chuck?
Ah!
Your right ear
I
has
don't, I
always
don't
been
know,
your
Chuck.
best feature.
That's not your best side, Chuck. You got to go the other way.
Go this way. This is the... Okay.
No. Neither
No.
way.
There's just
Turn
no
all the
best
way
side.
around.
Yeah.
Get comfortable with your rear.
Ooh.
Oh, I was going to say my best side's
Oh,
when I'm
no.
walking away, but that
I'm
might...
secure in myself. I established that a long time ago.
There we go. All right. So, last session, I should move my mic a little bit because I'm going to be talking away from it a bit. Let's go over here. So yeah, last session you all played through essentially the entrance area of the dungeon. People watching the stream, you can see in the little play box there, that's our Grand Olympic. That is a series of rings and discs that the party found on some dead cultists or monk people. And they found out that when they turned the inner disc, the chamber in front of them at the dead end of this tunnel started moving. Real weird and wild and stuff. So eventually they turn it, and it opens up into a hallway. Hang on. There we go. That'll be better for audio. It opens up into this hallway. The heart of the mountain has been carved out to create a vast circular chamber stretching both above and below. Looking up, I guess arching stone staircases descend to a platform that branches off into three directions. So you're looking in this giant chamber. It stretches both up and down. In front of you is stairs that go down to a platform, kind of hanging precariously in the center of this chamber. This platform, essentially, it's got four spokes off of it. Think of one for each cardinal direction. North, east, west, and you're kind of setting on, we're going to call it the south, looking into this chamber. Above you is a thin stream of sparkling green liquid that pours from somewhere in the darkness, way above. And the brilliant green liquid collects in a maelstrom thousands of feet below you, just this giant roiling storm of different colors. You can see from different points inside this giant chamber, there's one where a gout of fire pours down into this cloud. There's a stream of water, like a torrent, a waterfall. And then finally, there's just this never-ending avalanche of rocks and stones that also tumble into this maelstrom. And you can see this storm thousands of feet below. Every now and then it kind of pulses and lashes up and then shrinks back down. It's quite disturbing to look at. Yeah, as you move down to the center platform, essentially you're greeted with four paths. The one you just came from, to the south. To the west, and let me make sure I'm going to give you the right directions here. To the west, you see what appears to be a bronze door, giant double door for the stairway that leads off to the west from the center platform. Bronze door seems to be, hammered brass or bronze. Let me make sure I'm telling you the right word. We're gonna go 1-1. Yeah, so it's giant hammered brass portal to the... I pulled out my headphones. North of you, you see a worn staircase descending down to a portal of chiseled stone, cut with simple runes with 3 large keyholes. And above the door, set in the stone, is a score of crystals and gemstones that sparkle and flash with a weird green light. And then off to the east, there is looks like a flat stone door with just a trickle of water running over it. And that's kind of what you see here in this giant, flat, open platform in the center with, a direction to go for each cardinal direction.
And we're in the south.
You're exiting from, or yeah, you're coming out of the south. Yeah.
So hypothetically, if we were to go left, it would be west.
Yeah, that would be correct.
I'm
said-
interested in this nice green liquid here.
Yeah, it's
Oh, please don't drink
from
it.
the darkness way above, just a thin, constant, trickle or stream just going straight down. Now it's off the platform away, so you can't get to it to say like it's not within reach.
I want to try to cast my force wall because I don't mind about losing it at that door anymore. We've passed through the hallway. It should be safe. I'll consult with the party. Anybody mind me recasting that?
Or
I'm good with it. It was super handy.
Because
Is the light in the room just the Tower of Fire?
The light in the room, it's coming from the maelstrom down below, the storm
Almost
down below.
glowing.
It's glowing with green and reds and blues.
And how far down is that? Just
Thousands
for
of feet.
clarification.
Thousands.
Thousands of feet, but we can
Thousands.
see it.
You can see it
We can see it.
because
Mm.
you can.
Because Chuck said so.
As I said so.
All right. Okay.
well,
Just
okay.
wanted to. I was like, I don't think I can see that far, but
Yeah.
and
silly
it's
elf eyes.
enormous.
Yeah. So,
All right, so-
Rotgut Hauer, you cast your force manipulation.
yeah.
That's a 12.
I'm trying to decide if I want to burn luck.
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna. It's not worth it. I'm just gonna have a apple-sized sphere of force that can be hurled as a weapon. So I just have. I actually have 2 of these because I have one from earlier. So I just have 2 throwable weapons that do a d6 of damage in my
Okay.
pocket.
Okay.
you said there's 3 keyholes in the door to the
To the north.
west? Oh, to the north.
To the north. This giant.
Do they look like normal keyholes from?
Now, if you remember correctly, the 3 dead monks that you got this weird alembic off of, each of them also had a large stone key.
Oh.
Did we take those large stone
I would
keys?
presume
Yeah.
so. Yeah.
Nope. Left that plot point behind.
Oh darn! Well,
But yeah.
this is
Blow
it,
it up.
guys.
The keyholes in the door to the north look like they would fit the keys that you got off those monks.
We head that way, everybody, or can we? There's a door each way, basically, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like earth, water to the east,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and then runes and gems and crystals
A stone door with gems and crystals to the north.
to the north.
And
Hey,
I would...
just
go ahead.
just wanted to remind everybody, we don't necessarily want to willy-nilly be opening things up, as we don't want to set things in motion.
True.
We need
I don't know
to
about
be very
you,
careful.
man, but
Just spinning the disc now. That's a good point.
So I
Yeah.
would also like to point out that kind
Oh.
of from your platform, you can look, and it actually looks like the door, each of these doors is actually set into a cylinder of sorts, a giant chamber. It's kind of hard to describe. But from underneath each of these is where, like the door to the west with the hammered brass door, there's a stream of fire pouring out. You can see from underneath of this. Somewhere underneath of that is where the fire pours into the storm below. The door with the 3 keys, the giant chamber that kind of is connected to, is where the avalanche of stones is falling out of. And to the east, where the stone door with the water trickling over it, is where the waterfall pours down out from the bottom. All of them into the giant maelstrom below you.
okay.
I want to take the 2 disc thing that we have from last time
Yeah.
and flick it once.
Okay.
That
sure.
should hypothetically close the door behind us.
Yeah. Let me.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Just in case, the Chaos Dragon or whatever. I have Void Worm and Chaos Dragon written down.
So if you look on Foundry, do
Yes,
you
sir.
turn it clockwise or counterclockwise?
I'm gonna turn it I'm gonna turn the center counterclockwise. So like back one, yeah. Yep.
All right, you turn it counterclockwise. Give me just a second here.
We all fall to our doom.
Damn.
Rip.
Well,
That was fun while we were here.
It was all fun
roll
and
up new
games until
characters.
everyone
Roll up new
died.
characters.
That just gives us a chance to roll new 0 levels and level them up.
So as you turn this, you can feel and you can kind of see, based off of kind of like where that trickle of green liquid is, this giant platform you're on rotates. And it rotates, 45 degrees counterclockwise, just like you turn the center of this thing. And now you look where what was south is now east, and it's just stone wall. It's no longer the door opening into the hallway you ran out of. Now, also, the door that was towards the west, the fire door, all of a sudden you can see that hammered brass starts glowing red hot.
Uh-oh.
You can see the door that was to the east, that trickle of water turns into a waterfall just gushing over that door. And you can see the door that was to the north with the gemstones. Those gemstones start to kind of like sparkle and shine real bright like.
I'm going to use detect magic on the door just to see if I see anything up with those gemstones beyond the obvious that they're sparkling more.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. Oof. Let me check something real quick. Yeah, I just failed that.
Sure. Yeah. You try and cast your spell, but something weird here is kind of throwing you off a little bit.
It's a good plan. I'm gonna try to cast detect magic too. When I see his, I watch and his doesn't go off, and I'm like,
Yeah. It happens every once in a while, to anybody.
Ooh. I got a 17, which.
Nice. You want to read me what that does?
Yeah, aware of any magical enchantment on any object or creature within range, includes weapons, armor worn by creatures, as well as spells. Cannot distinguish which portions of targets are magical. I don't receive any information on the nature of the magic. Okay. I'm gonna burn a luck point.
Okay.
To get it to 18.
Sure. What does that get you?
So, let me go back. I had to burn the luck point there. Sorry. So that's the next step up. So 18 gets me. Where'd the page go? Oh no. I'm still working out how Foundry works. Sorry.
That's fine. Yeah. I understand.
I can determine exactly which objects or creatures are magically enchanted within range. I can tell if different weapons or items of equipment are enchanted, and whether a creature registers as magical does so because of something on it or its blood, or it's like inherent magical. A rough gauge of the magic strength revealed as the approximate level of a spell, general range of bonus for weapons or armor, and so on. And it's blocked by 3 feet of wood, 1 inch of solid metal, or 1 foot of stone.
Okay.
So drop that somewhere. You good?
You can drop it in chat if you want. I've got enough. I'm going to kind of wing it with what information you get off of it. Looking around this chamber with your detect magic, looking through the loop formed by the tails of your Rat King, you can see that each of these doors glows with really intense magic, and you're picking it up. It's elemental magic, and you can see the green stream coming from above, feeding into the maelstrom below. It's got some really intense, weird stuff coming off of it. What's your alignment?
My alignment is neutral.
Okay. You're not super sure what the origination of this green stuff is, but it feels foreign and unnatural to you. And then looking down below, you can definitely see the 3 elements present and the the green stream coming from through are mixing together and forming into something.
So Chuck, explain like if let's just say hypothetically you were able to redirect this green stream somehow.
Yeah.
Is there a place to funnel it where it won't end up hitting those elements? Is there an edge? Is there a hole? Is there anything like that?
No, not really. You could try and direct it onto the platform, but eventually it'll just run off the sides.
Yeah.
If you could create a giant chute, you could maybe feed it into the original hallway you came out of.
See, that's what I was wondering with my like spell burn to get that force field back and make a Green Lantern funnel and just point that stuff
that's
down the hall.
That's going to be hundreds and hundreds of feet worth of funnel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's simply just make an arc over what it's falling on now, so that it just splashes to either side instead of directly on.
Yeah.
It's falling right directly into the middle, though, right?
It's
of the maelstrom.
Off. Yeah, it's kind of off to the side. It's ambiguous in the adventure, but yeah,
Okay.
There's a stream from above that pours down, and you can see it pouring into the maelstrom below.
When I turned the disc, did our platform move?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're now by the trickle of water?
Well, the platform and all of the doors, they all move together.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So like the entire thing, the chambers that these three doors were connected to, everything moved together. But when it finished its movement, you can see it's like the doors activated or something.
Don't know if I want to do that again. What say you, team? Strong elemental magic.
And it's as
think
you
we
all
might
are
have to.
having this conversation, the storm below starts building up and like lashes as of this green ectoplasm, you could call it, starts rising up in the chamber below, and some of it splashes up onto the platform you're on.
Our hallway is not behind us right now, right? Because of the way that I moved the...
Well, the hallway would have moved with you on the platform. So, the hallway's not there anymore. You came down these stairs out of a hallway. Now those stairs just lead to a flat sheet of, slate of stone.
Right. So, like, the door, the entrance to the hallway is, like, there. So if I moved it if I move it clockwise, it should move us back to the hallway.
Yes. Let me see.
Like the stairs move with us.
Yeah, let me actually see if I can do something to help explain this a little better.
Just trying to get a grip. Like the outsides of the cylinder moved?
Yeah.
Okay. And the platform is attached. Platform and stairs are attached to that cylinder.
So, I'm going to create a new scene real quick, I think. Because it's confusing, and I feel you on that, yeah.
I think I get the gist of it though. Like I don't feel like I'm
There's no
super
way.
lost or something.
No good way to show that. Because the only thing is I've got this thing that I'm looking at to help explain it to me, but it's got all of the maps on it. And it definitely gives away some secrets. So, yeah. But, yeah. So the platform you're on rotated.
Right.
The three doors rotated with it. And the door that you came through, the opening you came through, did not rotate.
I'm trying to draw it out here so like this is the original. I can't see it myself.
Yep,
That's
that
the
was the
original.
original. Yep.
And then our platform is here because it moved away from the hallway entrance and all the doors rotated with it.
That is correct, but it needs to, I'm sorry if I said 45 degrees, whatever it is. 90 degrees is probably, but yeah.
Sure.
So everything is still aligned up with northwest, east, and south.
Okay.
Except where there was a door, there's now a blank wall.
Yeah.
So I just put north on the tops.
Yeah.
So it's like this way. All right, cool. All right. And the doors activated, kind of.
The doors activated. Well, before they definitely there's been a change in the doors. They're all bright, they're
Glowing.
lit up, they're doing stuff now, and before they weren't.
Should I move it back, everyone?
Well, I mean, the other way, we had something all lined up nice with keyholes and whatnot.
Well, the keyholes are still there.
Keyholes, I think, are still there.
Yeah.
It's just the only thing that really changed is the hallway, because we came down some stairs.
Yeah.
The hallway entrance for us is out of reach right now.
Yeah.
The way we came. But
the
everything
exit
else
is gone.
Everything else moved with us.
So, which of the symbols are we standing on in the middle?
There's no symbols in the middle. So, give me just a second.
Remember, there was an absence of air in everything above?
Hmm.
And so we're seeing fire, water, and earth, and that green stuff.
Which would possibly be
Void?
chaos instead of, or void.
Yeah.
Chaos or void or something, sure.
Yeah, I was thinking it was chaos corrupting things, which is why I wanted to try to maybe cast a force funnel, but it sounds like the
To be honest, I feel like touching it is not a good thing.
Yeah.
Or force funneling it or whatever.
Mega corruption.
I don't know. Try drinking it. See what happens. I have a lay on hands on standby.
Okay, so give that to me, Dan. I got sidetracked by something going on.
I want to know which of these 4 areas we're standing on, because it's a platform that's moving, right? Right. So which of these 4 are we standing on?
You would be like in the center.
Oh, so we're just in the
We're
center.
in the middle.
Right.
And
Now,
there's paths
if
to
you
all the
look at
doors.
those symbols,
Mm-hmm.
you would. Let me find that handout.
I don't know. My gut says we need to set it to the way things aligned when we got in. I don't know. Like just
So like this,
Which is how it is now, right?
we're in the middle.
I
And
think
there's
we set it
paths
back.
to
Yeah.
each
Yep.
door.
That's it exactly.
And then
Okay, cool.
underneath is the void with
Yep,
the
underneath
fire
is the
void.
maelstrom.
And then from those 3 doors, north, west, and south, that's where the stuff is pouring out.
Yep, somewhere past those doors.
Okay.
So you came from the symbol of the void.
Right.
So towards, initially when you came in the west, there was fire. North, there was earth. And east, there was water. Now the
I'm sorry, Chuck.
Yeah.
I'm getting lost here, because it's the platform that we're standing on, this middle platform, that's moving, not the outside platform.
the doors are moving. They're attached to the platform, and they're moving with the platform.
Okay. That's not what I'm getting at. So, so if we're standing in the middle of this, and this is the platform that's moving,
Yeah.
are the archways that form the door part of this disc, or are they part of the inner wall of the next disc?
The first one. They're part of the inner disc.
Right. Okay. Which means that we're just the central pivot, and we're being directed to each room around us.
Yes.
Okay. So
maybe we open that door, and that door leads us to any of these. Then,
yeah,
any
exactly.
of these directions. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I don't know. I think. Yeah.
So what do we? So is the doors? Are the doorways locked, or can we see past them?
They're all closed.
They're all closed, so
Yeah.
we don't actually know which direction we're pointed yet. Then.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because saying we walked in on the void side doesn't mean anything.
Right.
Kind of. Yeah.
Yeah, because because this platform is what's moving, not the outer platform.
Right. Initially,
Right.
the void was connected to the worm down here.
Right.
I see.
Oh, well,
now-
then we can figure that then, because we felt the direction of movement, didn't we?
You did. Yeah.
I mean, we rotated. So,
Yeah.
so this brought us back to where we were then.
So yeah,
Right.
if you were to rotate the void, so it
Yeah.
lined back
we
up with
rotate-
the worm,
Right.
then
Clockwise.
you would be exactly where you were.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
And so behind that door is where the dragon was then.
Right.
or whatever the beast was that was at.
That was the hallway we came from, essentially.
okay,
Right.
okay.
Yeah.
So likely we just need to encounter one after another. So
Yeah.
clockwise, hit
Okay.
the wolf.
Well, I had simply turned it to see what would happen, to see if I could close off that hallway so
Which
that
I
we
think
didn't
you
have
kind of have.
enemies
Right.
coming up behind us.
But then
Unless
you turned
this-
it back.
Whatever. I didn't turn it back. No, not
He
yet.
asked
Oh, I
about
thought
it, but
we-
he
I thought
didn't
we
do
did.
it.
Okay,
No, He
okay.
asked about it.
We talked about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's where I got lost. Okay.
Yeah, so we're basically on the east right now.
Okay, so we're facing the wolf.
We're
You
Yes.
turned it.
Yeah.
We turned it
Facing this.
clockwise.
Yes, you are facing the wolf. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
my
right.
my
it's-
clockwise and counterclockwise are.
Okay. Well, it's a door we haven't explored then yet.
Yeah.
I'm for trying the key.
Yeah.
So you've got the 3 keys. I'm gonna do this on the right.
Now the door's activated when I moved it. Do you want me to move it back to where it was when they looked dormant?
No.
No, I think
Let's
fine.
try the keys first and see what happens here.
I'm jonesing to do that. I'll take a key if somebody doesn't.
Was
mind.
there a key in each of 3 doors, or one door had all 3 keys?
The stone door, the earth door,
Mhm.
Earth.
had
Okay.
3 keyholes in it.
And the keys are stone.
Yes.
Mhm.
All right, so
Well, we have
you
keys
lost me
for that
again.
one.
So
We
no,
might
the
as well go
doors
that way.
are on our disc then, not
Yes.
just the archways. The doors are on our disc.
Yes, I'm sorry. Yes, the doors
Okay.
are on your disc. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So, let's
Yep.
see.
But if we have this figured right, it should, if we open this door, it should lead into what's called the wolf.
Yeah.
Wolf doesn't sound so bad. Certainly sounds better than worm.
Yep.
And lion.
Goat's probably demon or devil.
Well,
Sound terrible either, unless it's like, I don't know, chimera or
Yeah, chimera.
Yeah. So, do you go up and insert the 3 keys? So yeah, the portal, the earth portal, the worn stairs descend down to the portal of chiseled stone, cut with simple runes, set with 3 large keyholes. Above the door, set a score of crystals and gemstones that sparkle and flash with weird green light.
it's got to be green, doesn't it?
Uh-huh.
Green is the color of magic. When it's not purple.
In your
Yeah.
world, yes.
When it's not purple.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Or blue.
Okay, you go insert the 3 keys.
Let's do it.
I'll go up and help.
I'll be one.
I'll be one Kenobi.
Kenobi.
Yeah.
I was working that out in my head too. I'm like, wait a minute.
We both got there.
Okay.
one like key newbie.
Yeah.
Kenobi.
Kenobi.
I'll be one Kenobi.
Yeah. All
That's my
right.
next character name.
That's pretty fun.
Mm.
So the 3 of you go up, and you put your 3 keys in, and you turn them. They turn. The door swings open, and now you're looking into. And as soon as it opens, you start hearing a grinding noise, sound of stone on stone.
Mm.
The grinding noise you see, you look into this small square room. There is a portion of wall in front of you that is connected on like a hinge on the left far corner. And that portion of wall is swinging shut. So it's coming across you. And you can see that there is a door or doorway, passageway on the left wall that is about to be covered by this stone slab that's moving, this portion of stone wall that's moving across. And you can kind of see that behind where that stone slab was is another doorway that's opening up.
Just a note that the detect magic lasts for 20 minutes.
Okay.
2 turns, it says. So
But yeah, you're greeted by one doorway in this small room is opening up because the stone slab is moving from it, and it's getting ready to close a second stone slab or doorway with the stone slab. You've got
That would be a good place for a force wall.
That's what I was just thinking.
Mhm.
We're on the same wavelength today.
if
Yeah.
you want to
Wave
cast,
length.
you need to do it because time's running out.
I'm casting and blasting.
All right, go ahead.
15. Let me see if I can juice that up. Let's see. I form a floating platform of force energy 3 feet above the ground. It's disc shaped, 3 feet in diameter. It'll follow me if I want it. It can move 25 feet away. It can carry about 100 pounds per my caster level. So that's what
500.
level? Okay, so 500 pounds. Yeah, actually, that's a better roll than the 18 and 19 for me because the 18 to 19 is more of a protective barrier. So I will try to push that disc into this space.
Okay. And you do so. You cast, and you push your disc, and it stops this slab from closing all the way. So now you actually have access to both doors.
Mm.
You'll have to walk across the floating disc to get to the one on the left wall. But yeah, you can
Okay.
do it.
Just in case, as we're walking in there all heel toe, like I'd maybe like to see if I get a sense of what the construction's like in here. See if there's anything untoward going to happen to us as we're walking across.
Now give that to me again, Jeremy.
Can I use the dwarf's ability to sense construction,
Sure.
like potential like weird traps in the construction of it?
Yeah. So yeah, you definitely would be able to pick off right up off the bat that this opening those doors set off some kind of mechanism which caused this stone door. So it was a trap of some sort. You can tell this is ancient stoneworking. It's not quite dwarven quality of stonework, but it's very old. One thing I'll point out is the door that's on the across from you. We're going to call it the north wall, just to orient ourselves. You entered in from the south. This is to this room, just for using this dungeon or this portion of the dungeon.
Can you give me the dimensions of the room? I'm trying to draw a map.
It's going to be like, call it like 20 by 20.
All right, and we came in a corner?
You came in, well, if we look from centered off the disc you came in off of, you would have entered in from the west. So you walk, or from the east. So you walk towards the west.
Yeah.
And then, so on the west wall here, west wall looking across, the door that was opening up, it's a giant, imposing metal door composed of 4 panels, 1 silver, 1 copper, 1 gold, and 1 lead. Each of the 4 panels is set with an identical glyph. And on the south wall in this room is the door that was trying to get sealed up. That Rotgut used a force disc to block that stone slab from closing. And it is just an open passageway, and it looks like it just goes into a long hallway. I will say that as you all move into this room, some of you feel a little bit different. Warriors and dwarves, you feel energized. You're feeling good. Elves, wizards, you feel like, yep, that's exactly it, Christopher. Elves and wizards, you're not feeling quite as confident as you were just before entering in this doorway. And cleric, so Tyler, you don't feel any change at all.
Sweet. The glyph's on the opposite door. You said there's like 4 panels, and each of the panels has exactly the same glyph.
Yep.
Is it any of these ones that we recognize?
Let's see. It is actually marked with the glyph for air,
Oh, not expecting that.
which is the same glyph that was on that weird giant clay jar in that one low room with all the holy symbols littered around.
Yeah.
If I look down that open passageway, what do I see?
It is a long hallway. It goes maybe 5 feet on what you're drawing there, south, and then it turns right, and then it heads right for a very long time. So what would that be? It would be south. Is that west
South.
again? Yeah.
Right when I'm looking in, it goes.
When you're looking in the hallway, it goes
That would be
like
west,
5
yeah.
feet straight ahead, and then it goes west, and it stretches on for a very long ways.
Okay, cool, because that runs off the paper.
Yep.
Perfect.
So dwarves and warriors feel strong because Earth Elemental seems to line up them. Elves and the rest of us, aside for and then
Yeah.
clerics are neutral.
Yep, unaffected.
Makes sense.
Now do we want to go exploring that passage, or do we want to see if there's something through this wall?
Oh yeah. That sounds like a great idea. This is just great.
I figured Waylon would be trying to pry the gold and silver off that door we see.
Me too. Somebody would be at least. Is Oakenfen's magic? Does it detect anything from that?
Chuck?
No.
That's because it's 20, like I said, 2 turns of detect magic at that 18.
Yeah. You're not picking any magic up off those 4 metal panels with the air glyphs. That's whatever it is, it's mechanical of some nature.
Did he pick anything up off of the gem-laden door?
No. At least
Can I expect the gem-laden door for traps?
That's the one we walked through, right?
Yeah.
That had the weird green light in the gems of
Yep.
the gem laden
Yep.
door.
Oh, weird green light, you say?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Don't touch those.
Never mind.
But these air glyph plates don't have any magic that I see.
Yeah.
Gold, silver, copper, gold, and lead.
Gold, silver,
get it
copper,
right?
and lead. Yep.
Gold, silver, copper, lead. Okay. What if they're supposed to come off and we have to go put them elsewhere? I'm just making stuff, just thinking aloud, spitballing.
Yeah.
Or you just arrange them in terms of least valuable to most valuable.
Oh, I like that. That seems like something you might be skilled in more than, well, if you can turn
So
lead
now,
to gold.
it doesn't look like these panels slide. They almost look like
they push.
they depress. It looks like buttons, like large panels you press in.
Least to most, most to least, alphabetical,
I would say least to most. I would guess least to most.
precious. Well, that would be value. Rarity.
Alphabetical.
So who's going to go push stuff on this?
Not it.
Hey,
I've got a 10-foot pole. I'll push it with a 10-foot pole.
Nice.
Dungeoneer comes through.
whoa.
I have a tadpole, which is my familiar.
That's great.
Put him on a force ball.
Yeah.
Going at him.
A 10-foot long
Delightful.
force ball.
That's it.
How about a tadpole at the end of your 10-foot pole that
Oh
can?
my gosh.
Oh no.
So what's the
Now
plan?
he's like the chameleon from a Disney movie.
Are we going?
This one?
So
So the
who's pushing?
question is what's more valuable, lead or copper? Probably copper, right?
In this world, I would say copper.
Yeah.
Gold, silver, copper, lead.
Yeah. All right. I'll
Yeah,
go up
says
and-
Chuck so readily as the GM. Yeah, do that.
Yeah, sure. It's lead. Listen, if
Are
I
you
use
going
my
to walk
10-foot
up and push
pole,
him? Oh, you're going to use
no,
your
not
10-foot
with my
pole?
hand.
Okay.
I almost said that. No, I'm gonna use my 10-foot pole.
Okay.
I'm gonna
He's
try
holding
pressing
this
the
pole
lead
and he's
button.
like, I'm going to go push it. And
So
he's
now
like,
this
Wait a
giant
minute.
stone slab is kind of angled into the room, kind of pointing towards the center, stopped by the wall of force from closing all the way. So you're kind of standing just off of the side a little bit of that, and you push gold first. Is that what your intention is?
No, lead.
You push lead,
Lead
and
first.
you hear click.
And I'll be
Done.
standing right behind him with my head like right over his shoulder.
What do you do
And I
next?
guess
With him.
copper next.
You push copper,
Push that one next.
and you hear click.
Silver after that.
Click.
Gold.
Click. And as you push gold, that giant stone slab starts closing again. But you can see that the door with those 4 panels on it swings open.
Well, let's go over to that door with those panels on.
You're
it
gonna
and
have
see
to
what's over
move.
there.
Well, you're gonna have to move quick because this stone slab's about to close over it.
Can Friendin move his force sphere?
I mean, I can. Dude, I'm gonna say real quickly. Should I move it and just point?
Do it.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Sure. You use your action real quick and you slam your force disc, and it keeps it from close. So you still have access to both doors. The door with the gold, silver, copper, and lead panels is now open.
All right.
Go over there and look through it.
Sure thing.
I'm gonna check the spell real quick just to make sure, check how long it lasts. I don't want to
Okay.
game it too much.
Okay. So
Okay, we have 1d6 plus caster level turns, so I'm gonna roll that real quick.
Oh,
We have 10 turns, which is
Yeah.
it's a
Oh,
long
100
time,
minutes?
isn't it?
like an hour.
Yeah.
Something like
100
that.
minutes.
yeah,
It's 10 minutes a turn, I believe, right?
yeah. So yeah, like you said, 100 minutes.
So it opens up into a, you know, the. Let me make sure I'm going to tell you the right words. Okay. It opens up into a strange chamber with a couple different stairs set at different tiers. It's a tiered chamber. You can see towards the kind of standing in the door looking in, there's a passage to the left from where you're standing. Looking past this chamber with the weird tiered floors, you can see on the far side there is an opening in the wall, some kind of pit, and you can see large wooden, finished, worked planks. Think like 4x8s. And then on the wall straight across from you, so
West?
kind of in the corner, so it would be west, is another passage that seems to continue on. So you see there is a passage on the south wall, on the west wall, and there's some kind of pit on the north wall, and you can see these large 4x8, giant, railroad tie sized wooden supports of some kind, just all kind of dumped into this pit.
How big is this room?
This room is going to be probably 60 by 80. It's a big room.
80 to the west or 80 to the...
80 north to south, 60 west to east.
Oh, that is a big room. Can't even fit it on the map. All right, so there's a pit over here.
No, you said that the railroad ties have fallen into the pit, or
Yeah,
were
there's
on
a
top
pit.
of the pit.
They're in the pit, they're standing on inside this pit.
Oh,
Are they standing such that you can walk across the tops of them?
You could probably scramble up them. Now it's almost like a cubby, it doesn't really go anywhere in this pit. So I mean, just imagine they knocked out a chunk of the floor on this north wall and just kind of dumped all of these giant pylons in there, or whatever you want to call them.
Okay, so it's not in any particular pattern. It's just a mess of
Just a mess
wood.
of them. There's probably
Okay.
6 of them in there.
that's good to know for later.
And they're in it, jutting out.
Yep, they're in it, jutting out, coming up out of the ground. Yep,
I screwed that one up. In the pit.
in the pit. Yep. So, what's the plan? You're standing in the doorway that you entered in, coming out from the east. You can see there's an open passageway on the south, on the west, and there's that pit on the north.
How far is that passage to the south from the door?
Maybe 5 feet. It's real close.
If I look, does it meet that hallway I saw?
It does not. It dead ends.
Whoa.
And actually, in that dead end is a mass of bodies
Whoa.
huddled
Dead
against the
bodies?
wall, desiccated corpses. They still clutch blades in their hand. They have sensors and chains. It's as if they were warding off a threat. So they look like monks of some kind. So in one hand is a dagger of these desiccated
Oh, geez.
corpses, and then they're holding the old chain with the sensor on the end of it.
Can we reach any of that wood from the edge of the pit without having to go in?
Yeah, absolutely. It's kind of hanging out over the side. So yeah, you could pull them out.
What I'm thinking is maybe we should replace some of these wooden spars with that force wall so that we can reuse the force wall.
Sure.
Oh,
They're
I'm happy with that.
heavy. The planks of wood are heavy, but you know.
Good. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
We
was
don't
gonna
want
say-
it to be brittle.
Yeah, no, yeah. It'll just take a little bit of time. Just, you know, the
I have a
effort of
crowbar to help speed
yeah.
things up. To
hauling those out.
Okay.
I'll say you can spend some time just wedging it in there, holding that slab in place. So yeah, give me a go ahead and give me a D. I'm going to say there's 6 of those giant beams altogether. I want you to give me a D6. We'll divide it by 2. I want a D3.
Before they
roll.
do that,
Yeah.
am I getting magic from anything in the room with my detect
Oh,
magic spell?
Thank you.
No.
Like, wait.
No, you're not. No.
All right. I will inspect the desiccated bodies while
Sure.
they're doing that because my scrawny elf strength.
So
Hold
Bert,
on.
I'm going to say, what is that? 2? No, that's 3. You need to use 3 of those wood planks.
Yeah.
To,
Anyone else helping? I'm pretty wimpy
Yeah,
myself.
I'll help.
I'll
I don't
help
have
out
gun
without
strength
it.
either, but
I'm
I'll-
a fairly sturdy boy here.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, you spend maybe 20, 30 minutes getting that wedged in. While you're doing that,
Chuck,
Oak
is
and
this
Finn-
something that mending would help with?
Mending is fixing things. There's not really
Yeah.
anything broken here.
Okay.
Yeah, you could. Well, you can't really move that wall of force because then the door will close.
Yeah.
You need to get the planks in first,
Yeah.
and then you can move your wall or your force disc.
Gotcha.
So yeah, there. Christopher, each of those dead monks, and there's 4 of the bodies in there. Each of them wears a heavy woolen robe, hooded cloak, thick with felted materials. It looks like it's very heavily insulated, like as if it's against the cold or something like that. The robes all contain the earth sigil on them. They've all got the earth sigil like stitched onto them. Each of them has a long ceremonial dagger. What else? They have golden censers hanging from silver chains. The censers all contain some dried sprigs. I'll need an intelligence test for you to identify what the plant is, or maybe the cleric would just know off the top of their head.
I mean, I'll take a look at them.
I'm like, well, I don't know, cleric?
Yeah.
I'm kind of
Yeah.
snooping while you do that, Tyler. I'm kinda
Anyone
looking.
hold this up? Like, anyone know what this is?
Yeah.
So yeah.
yeah, let me see that golden sensor real quick.
No, not that.
Father Leopold, you would recognize that as Bentony sprigs. In your religious ceremonies, when it's burned, the smoke is actually known to deter chaos spirits, like chaos aligned spirits and ghosts and stuff.
And it looks like it has been burned. Yes.
Yeah, it's charred on one end, so they had started burning it.
Well,
They were attacked by something that they thought were Chaos Alliance spirits. That's what this incense is for. It didn't seem to work. So
Father Leopold tells me that, and I dump it all into a pile and try to gather up as much that looks useful.
Sure.
Like, could come in handy.
I want you to roll me. It's going to be 4d3.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay,
As
so
he
Oh.
dumps all this stuff out, I'll just go ahead and I'll take the sensors and I'll put it
Sure,
into my small
sure.
stack.
Each
whoa,
of the
whoa.
Jake, you would get an idea that each
File their
sensor
bodies.
with the chain is probably worth about 15 gold each.
Oh hell yeah!
So that is going to be 14. There's enough herb to burn for 14 rounds.
14 rounds. Okay, that could be handy. Hello, Grape Ape. I see you out there.
We got a visitor.
Yep. He said I get around. I do. I do
Yeah,
get
he
around.
does.
A D14 worth of rounds, actually, apparently.
Yeah.
Indeed. I get 14 rounds. Doesn't work.
Oh, was it 14 rounds? I thought you said D14 worth of rounds.
Nope, it's 14. All right.
How many of these sensors were there?
4.
each of them had one.
15. You said worth 15 each.
Mm-hmm.
4 times 15. Just putting it down in my notes, looking at Waylon. I know what's in there.
Keeping
That's
track
funny.
of
So
you.
do I.
This is why I have a game addiction. You're absolutely right. Gotta get it. Christmas killing me.
So, what's next? You successfully wedged that stone slab so it won't move. You've got the sensors. You've got the
daggers.
daggers, the four. They're just
Curvy way.
they're
blade
curvy,
or just
like a crisp blade, but they just function as a regular dagger, so it's nothing fancy or special. They just look real cool.
Have any markings on them?
Yes, the daggers all have the earth elemental symbol etched into them.
Mhm.
So it seems like these must all have been priests of the earth element, or monks, or whatever.
Right. The robes are in what kind of shape?
They're actually in pretty good shape. Like, they're old, maybe a little moth-eaten here and there, but
Can we make a direct correlation then? Are this the same robes as the other monks that we've seen so far?
no,
There's not multiple sects, or it doesn't look like there is.
they were different. I forget what the I would have to look up the specific symbology that was on the other one.
I have it in my notes.
But yeah, no, these robes are specifically earth.
So these aren't the chaos agents that we were tracking here. These are the original monks of this element, essentially.
Could be.
Yeah, I mean, I'm guessing. I don't know.
It was like the zodiac robes is missing the air glyph or the other robes.
Right. Where the other ones had all three: earth, fire, and water. These just have earth on them.
Well, I shake the body out of one robe and put it on.
Yeah, it's a very heavy robe. You feel very warm in this thing. Not like not like dangerously warm, but like you're wearing a heavy winter coat in summer.
Like, man, I wish we had these on the walk up here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and there's 4 of those robes all together. Yeah.
Well, our retreat is safe, it seems. So forward.
Sure.
Or what else is in here? Sure.
There's the passageway, and over on the north wall by the pit, there's nowhere to go, right?
Correct.
I'll choose a passageway over a pit.
So
I'm wondering what they were deathly afraid of.
I'm sure it'll find us soon enough.
We do have a knack for that.
So this passageway, it's a rough-hewn corridor. It's narrow, and it's narrowest. It gets real narrow. At the narrowest part, it's shoulder width. The walls seem to press in from all sides, though the ceiling is very high, like 15 feet or more. The air is very cold, and your breath mists up as you breathe out. And yeah, you can see the air. There's condensation on the walls and everything in this real tight corridor. But you'd be able to move through.
Well, one of us has a nice warm new cloak on.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I'll go
first.
I'll go because I've got this. You're all like, I see your breath, and I'm like, I hadn't even noticed it was cold in here.
One thing I would like to point out, because we've got 2 humans in the party.
Yes.
It
I'm a
is
human.
dark in this area. How are you dealing, like in the previous chambers with the, the rolling maelstrom down below? There was enough light for you to see. But once you moved into, the room with the stone slab that was moving, it got dark. There's no light in here.
I've got a lantern and a couple of oil flasks.
Okay. Tyler, are you gonna just?
I don't. I thought I grabbed a lantern, but I didn't put it on my sheet. So.
Okay. So yeah, you'll just be.
I'll just be close behind him.
Yeah, working off Waylon's light.
Yeah.
So yeah, Christopher, with your heavy woolen coat over you, because it gets real cold, and you can see some of that condensation, especially towards the top, is actually starting to ice over. So it's little ice duelits.
Ooh, there's
Uh,
100 bits.
Oh, we got 100 bits. That's a fortune point for everyone. Oh no, that's yeah, Iglik, however you say your name. I appreciate that. Thank you.
We all appreciate that because we're gonna need it.
That's
we
pretty
will.
awesome.
I don't have a note anywhere for that, so I guess I'll just put it in notes.
I put it in birth auger for mine because it's just right there.
That's not a bad idea.
I threw mine in languages.
Nice.
So yeah, but you move through, no trouble, and it opens up into a how we want to say it, like an intersection. There, well, like I say, it's a hallway, and off the side of the hallway, there's an opening on the south, and then you can see towards the west. So further along this hallway, it opens up into a very large chamber.
Okay. I want to peek down that
The
hallway.
Yeah. So inside, there's a thick stone pillar that bisects the corridor here. A desiccated corpse is pinned in place. Its head and chest are crushed against the wall as a grisly testament to the deadly hall. So this giant stone pillar splits the corridor in half. So it came down from out of the ceiling and just crushed one of these priests underneath.
Same kind of robes as me.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
I stop and I'm like, Father Leopold, do you have a 10-foot pole?
Sure do. I'm gonna borrow it.
Because, and I point down the other passageway. I'm like, there's a dead dude under a pillar over here. I don't want to be a dead elf under a pillar over here.
Sure. What are you doing with that pole?
Gonna tap the floor tiles
Sure.
ahead of me,
Sure.
like slowly and carefully. Look for, while I'm doing that, I'm also gonna inspect the wall, the condensation on the walls and the ceiling to see if I see any separation.
It's the higher up you go towards the ceiling, the colder it gets. So it's maybe the top foot or so on the wall. It's all frozen,
Mm-hmm.
and there's just a thin sheen of ice along
So-
the ceiling.
One thing I keep forgetting I have is as a elven falconer occupation, I have a falcon, and I'm gonna send my falcon up to the top of the ceiling to fly around. I'm gonna point and just hope he gets the idea that I want him to explore that really cold part briefly and see what happens.
Give me an intelligence test.
11.
Yeah, the falcon, it would convey that it's just real cold, but they don't find anything note to point out to you. Yeah. So, Oakenfin,
Yes.
you're tapping along, and you actually find some of these tiles are raised slightly compared to the other ones.
Oh.
You're no thief, you're no master of traps, but you
Absolutely
definitely
not.
get the feeling that there might still be traps of some form in this side hall.
The one with the pillar.
Yeah.
Okay. I slowly back up to the intersection. I'm like, don't want to go that way.
Okay.
I figure he probably just has a ceremonial dagger and maybe a censer of incense on him.
Could be.
You still
would-
have your detect magic up. You see anything?
I don't know.
Sure.
I call that out.
Well, moving those 2x4, those railroad ties took quite some time, I think.
Like 20,
Yeah.
30
20
minutes.
minutes.
20
Yeah.
minutes.
Which
I'm
I think
gonna
was a amount of time.
cast it again.
Mm-hmm.
And then I gotta carry my Rat King, two-tailed Rat King around to look through. Where am I? Oh, a 26.
Wow.
I did not even
cow.
put a result that high in my notes.
Yeah.
So I have to get the book open and look at it.
That's another fleeting luck, is it not?
It is, yeah. Everyone
it
take another
920?
point of
Nice.
fleeting luck, yeah.
I will look that up, but you can prepare to tell me if there's anything magic.
So I'll tell you right off the bat. In the priest has Oh, what was it? There's
Immediately aware of all evil creatures and objects within 180 feet.
wow.
Your
Evil
entire
creatures.
party glows.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
why are you all glowing?
Hey, no.
Yep.
Surprise.
Evil creatures and objects shine with a faint, unearthly glow that is obvious to me and my allies.
Oh, you can see that this
Ooh.
dead monk underneath this column has a leather satchel, and the satchel's straps are trapped under this stone pillar from above. And you're getting a very strong sense coming from the satchel. It's not necessarily magical, but it is an object created by magical means. And it's pretty intense.
Who wants to go cut a leather satchel off that dude, off
Hey,
that
thief.
dead body? Jeremy. It's a mighty fine sack you got there for a body.
Yeah, sure. I'll see how valuable that thing is, and I'll pull out.
Careful
a
of the some of the tiles are raised. I think don't step on those. You can. If Father Leopold has a 10-foot pole.
that's a good
Sacks
idea.
and poles. Man.
So, Waylon, as you move through this narrow hallway going to where he's pointing out the satchel, you start getting some drops of water here and there on your head. As it
I'm
appears,
immediately looking up and waving my lantern around, going, get out of here!
it looks like the heat from this lantern
Oh no.
I'm backing up.
started to melt the frosty ceiling above.
I'm out. No satchel of mystery goods is worth getting frost spidered again.
And that's exactly what you see starts kind of poking through this frosty ceiling. It's actually a thin sheet of ice, and above it starts crawling out a large ice spider like you saw before.
God
Does it
damn ice
trigger
spiders.
the detect magic?
What's that?
Does it trigger the detect magic? Is it showing up as intent on harming?
Yeah, it definitely has ill intent for
Okay,
the
it's going to have a
person wielding the
-1
heat.
penalty to. Oh no, sorry, that's the next one. Oh, I should have burned some stuff on that.
Yeah. So,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Sorry.
And it looks like it's got eyes for our dear friend Waylon. Exactly.
Something's a tingling.
I'm definitely jogging backwards back to the party.
I'll let you all take a round to react to this because it's waking up slowly.
Mm-hmm.
So let's do popcorn here. Waylon, you get the first go.
Running back to the party. And
You run
hiding,
back.
if I can, behind the burliest looking member of said party.
Sure, you hide behind for Bowdy. So who's going next, Jake?
Well, I'll push for Bowdy and say, go get him. Get him, champ.
I mean, is it even where I could reach it at this point in time?
It's like 15 feet up.
What the hell do you want me to do? Oh, wait. No, I know what to do. Okay. Maybe I can shoot it and make it fall down. Yeah, why don't I do that? And when I do, actually... Oh, sorry.
I was going to say, are you about to roll a deed die?
Maybe.
If you do, increase it 1 die size.
Okay.
Because
I'll
this
need
area's
to...
just got you feeling real great.
So does a D7 go up to a D8?
Yeah.
So what I'd like to do is use my D die with my crossbow to try and shoot it in a way that it fall. If I'm successful,
If it
I want
falls
it
to
to
the ground.
fall like in a way that hurts itself or
Sure.
something.
That's over 10 feet, so it's what? A D6 fall damage.
Something like that. All right, so let's try out a D8.
3
I mean-
pops it off, yeah.
Okay, three something. Well, let's do the crossbow. Hell yeah!
Oh, shit.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
That's
I
a
shoot it square in the eye.
Or is that a? That's a 20.
So it end up being hits a 24.
Yeah, you
but,
definitely hit it.
crit.
Yeah, you rolled a nat 20. So everyone take another point of fleeting luck. So yeah, your 21 is a hit. Is that 2 points of damage? We need to include.
I don't think D-die adds to range damage, does it?
I think it does. I think you can do mighty
you just
deeds
don't
on
get your
range.
strength. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
No.
get agility instead.
Oh, nice.
Well, you
so
don't get
5 points of damage and
yeah.
then crit whatever the 18 is.
Yeah. God,
Yeah, unless I'm wrong, you
huge.
can be a long distance mighty deed warrior calling out
right.
shots. And
You just
stuff,
don't
yeah.
get any ability bonus on the damage like you do with melee
But
weapons.
still, I could see
That's still
doing
great.
D-dice on a ranged weapon being pretty
Yeah.
cool.
So one, this thing has some hit points. So let's do. Initially, you do 5 points of damage. You knock it from the ceiling to the ground. Go ahead and give me a D6 for that fall damage. And then you're a dwarf, which is what table is that?
Oh, for the crit table?
Yeah, that's.
I think I'm crit table 4. Or at least that's what's
Yeah.
on the character sheet.
That is an 18. Goodness. Frontal lobotomy. You get to deal an additional D12 of damage.
Yay!
The foe must make a fortitude save or suffer amnesia and is stunned for 1d4 rounds. So, in this fortitude save that it has to make, it's a 20. Because the number for this is...
No.
And actually, it
The
can't
attack.
make it because it has a -1 on its fortitude saves. So the best it can do is a 19. So...
I lobotomized him.
And it is it's just stunned for 1 round. Oh, man,
How much
that's-
damage was that? Jesus.
I didn't even look at that. It's just another 8 points
So
of damage.
5, 9, 17. It's not bad
Yeah,
for a crossbow
17.
shot.
So yeah,
That's a
you
hell of a shot.
drop this thing onto the ground. Who do you want to go next?
All right. Hey, look around behind me. Which of these elven bastards looks like they're ready to go?
Any of them. I mean,
Facing the other
guess-
passageway.
I'm going to say rock
Yeah.
gut.
rot gut.
So, I think, let's see. What's the most offensive thing I have?
Now, this area, this earth elemental
Yeah.
area, has got you feeling a little sketchy about your spells. Any spell you cast in this area is -1 die size.
Okay. I think the smartest way for me to do that is force manipulation again, because
Sure.
we don't need that disc there anymore, right?
Right.
We've
Mm-hmm.
We've
Yeah,
dropped
okay.
it now.
because I roll a D30 on that because of my mercurial, so I'll just roll a D24, which seems pretty good.
Sure.
Let me just edit
Wait,
that real
right.
quick. Yeah.
Where are you? You said you're rolling a d24?
Yeah,
How?
it's usually a D30.
Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, that's why that one seems like the one to roll to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Another point of fleeting luck.
Man.
Let
What
me
the hell,
see.
Spider?
Well, but that's a 20 on a 24.
Yeah, that's how crits work in DCC. You only get the 20. You don't get the range of 20 to 24 on higher dies.
It should
20 is
be-
always a crit.
I thought it was max. You only got max roll. as a
No,
crit.
I'm pretty sure it's only 20s, which is why the warrior has stuff like 19 to 20, which sometimes rolling a higher size die actually makes it worse. So that's a criticism sometimes of the bigger dies, is you still only get 20.
Okay.
I'm almost certain on that, but that's
Well,
fine.
It says, listen, I'm not going to, it says crit right there in green. We're going with it.
Okay.
Everyone get a point of fleeting luck.
All right, let me check the spell.
Yeah.
The book begs to differ, but Chuck's the GM.
Okay, I thought that was right.
We'll talk
It says
about it
highest
after.
result on the die. So
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I'm
All
not
right.
trying to take points from us.
Yeah, no.
All right,
It works
so-
in the inverse though too. Like you only crit on a 20 or the highest of a die beyond a 20, which means if you roll a d16, you do not crit on a 16.
Yeah.
Yes, that much I did know. Yeah, that I know, which is hard with the two-handed stuff. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and spend 2 luck to the two of the fleeting luck to make that a 28.
All right.
And that'll let me cast a wall, force 10-foot square per level in size, so that's 50 square foot wall. I could form this wall into any spherical or hemispherical shape up to the max size. It can't move, but it grants complete protection against all physical attacks, magic missiles, heat, cold, and lightning. It'll take damage. It lasts 1d6 caster level hours and 100 hit points. We cannot attack or cast spells through the wall, so I'm actually going to cast it kind of essentially right where we're standing, so we can step forward and blink and step back if we've got to, if that makes sense, everybody. Just a nice little square for us to kind of scooch in and out of.
Allies move through it freely?
It doesn't say. It stops physical attacks, so maybe I'll Oh no, it doesn't say, unfortunately, Chuck.
Okay. Well, I'll allow it. Yeah, we'll keep this moving. So you all
Okay.
can freely step through it, but the spider can't.
It lasts 9 hours.
Shit. That's a long time.
Okay.
All right.
That's
so
what I got on my turn.
Rotgut, who's going next?
I'm gonna go with Bert. Let's go with Bert.
All right. Spider still up.
Yeah.
Are there any more? I'm going to take a look at the ceiling it dropped from.
Sure. Yeah, you see one more up there.
All right. Scorching Ray. Well, actually, no. If I'm feeling a little not so good about my spells, I'm going to take 2 shots with my longbow at it.
Okay.
All right. So one at D20.
Ooh.
That
That's
probably
7
misses.
is a miss, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And
It hits.
yeah, just for a single point of damage though.
Yep.
What is the half die? D14 for the second die, I think.
Yeah.
9,
Nine still
so
hits, yeah.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay. And the damage. 3 points. And I'll yell out, more up there.
And was that at the one on the ground or the one up there still?
Oh, the one up there still.
Okay.
That's a good point. I need to remind myself I have a second action. Not used to playing a 5th level character.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Okay. So Mornath, who's going next?
I think there's only one person left, right?
Let's see. The cleric hasn't gone and the thief hasn't gone.
Oh, okay.
No,
well,
I've already
Waylon.
started.
Oh,
Oh.
Wayland started.
Wayland
started.
Sorry.
I haven't gone.
Yeah.
Oakenfin and Father Leopold hasn't gone.
All right. Well, let's get Oakenfin up in there.
I'm down.
Get up in there.
Kind of poke my head around the corner. There's another one up on the ceiling.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
one
I
lying on the
yelled
ground
out.
with a crossbow sprouting out of its forehead, or crossbow bolt. Is that what
All
you
right.
were using, Jeremy? Yeah. And then there's
I'm
one still
gonna-
crawling on the ceiling.
I'm going to try to cast color spray at it,
Sure.
and be a die lower as well.
Yep.
For elf, I already modified that, so that's
That's
8.
Yeah, that's a no.
That's pretty low. Oh, you know what? I have to keep from losing it.
You know, burn up some.
Burn up that fleeting luck. Use it or lose it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to burn the 4. There's 4, it said on my fleeting luck. So that'll get me to 12 and 0 fleeting luck. I don't know what happened. I can't find the spell result. It's like behind my... I went to edit it, and it's like behind the main page, main character page now.
Oh,
I don't know what happened there. Maybe because I haven't popped out.
that could be.
All right. 12 is one target within range must make a will save or be blinded. for
Okay.
1d4.
You going
So
for the
target
one
is-
Oh
on the
gosh, I'm
ceiling?
sorry.
or the one on the ground?
The one on the ground. They're closer. It'll be a 12.
Okay, they got to beat
Yeah,
a
it's not-
12.
Yep.
Yeah, they
Okay.
clear that. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
But, good.
So you cast your color spray, but it doesn't take any effect on that spider.
Got it.
All right. So Oakenfin, is our cleric friend Father Leopold going next, or is the spiders?
I mean,
They'll go twice in a row if they go last. So
Yeah.
we should let them go now,
Okay.
and then Leopold.
Yeah, at least one of them's stunned.
Yeah. So
yeah, that's fair.
the one on the ground is stunned this round, so it doesn't do anything. The one on the ceiling goes scampering towards the main bulk of the party, but is stopped by the force wall, and is just going to make an attack. Yeah, it's a 3 on that attack. I'm gonna guess that doesn't do crap to your force wall.
No, I think the force wall has 100 hit points. So
Okay.
So I don't think
Yeah.
it has any AC. It just has 100.
Oh,
hit
it's
points.
just
Yeah.
hit points.
yeah, so I think you just roll damage essentially.
Okay. So that is going to be 6 points of damage against your force wall.
Okay, I'll try to keep track of it so we don't have to.
Sure. Father Leopold, you get 2 turns in a row.
I do. All right. Well, then I'm gonna cast paralysis.
Sure.
Paralysis. I will burn all of my fleeting luck on that. I think,
All right.
because no, I'll burn half of it. I'll burn 2 points of fleeting luck on it.
All right. So that becomes a 14.
Hands and melee weapons are charged with energy of paralysis for 1d4 plus caster level round. So 6 rounds. Any attack made delivers normal damage plus paralysis if the target fails the will save.
Okay. So you use this first turn to energize your hands with paralysis.
And then my second round, I'm gonna use my newly blessed hands to wring the neck of. No, I'm gonna use my warhammer to smack the spider that just jumped down from the ceiling.
So there's one on the ground and there's one on the ceiling. The one on the
Oh, is he
ceiling
still-
scurried along the ceiling.
Okay, he's still up on the
Mm.
ceiling.
Yeah.
I don't have a ranged weapon. I'm gonna smack the dude that's on the ground then.
Sure. Go
and
ahead
Keep
and
him stun locked.
give me that attack.
Nice.
Gee, many.
All right. So
Wow, 12 points of damage.
12
I think
points.
that was a max damage roll. Yep.
That's fantastic.
Nice.
So
And he's stunned unless he can make a. I think it's whatever I just had a DC.
oh, he's
14
not making
will.
that. That's he might. He does.
Oh, he made it. Okay,
Yeah, because he has a +4 to his will save. So
pretty good.
yeah, he is not stunned, but that's still a crap load of damage. Who's going after you?
After me, our friend with the crossbow can go,
All right, for Bowdy.
and I will be right back.
All right. Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I want to make this one fall down all clumsy like too.
Sure.
Because I'm a church. Oh, wait. And I got to do a D8 instead of a D7. Let me remember that. Okay.
Mhm.
So 6. Then I'll shoot that ugly bugger. I don't know if a 9's going to hit
9
anything.
hits.
Oh, nice.
'Cause
So
this, whatever,
9 points of damage.
9 points of damage.
And then falling if that does anything.
Sure. It's the same distance, so that's going to be a D6 of fall damage if you want to roll that out.
Heck yeah, I do.
Christopher turned all sorts of colors.
So another 3.
Yep. All right,
Ain't
so
bad.
both spiders are now on the ground. You
All
have
right.
another action,
And then
don't you?
I do. Yeah. This time I'll remember I have a D14. So I'll have a D14 that'll have a total of +7 at the end of it. So
All
let
right.
me D14. So
13's
wow, a
hit.
20.
Yeah, dirty 20 hits. Yeah.
Nice. So that'll do. What do I do? A whopping 1d6, but 1d6 plus 6 on the end for another 10.
Nice. All right, both spiders are on the ground. Both of them are feeling the pain. Who's going next for Bowdy?
You know what? I see Wayland's got that gleam in his eye. He wants it.
Waylon,
In
what are you
that
going to do?
case, I'm going to lower my lantern on the ground and then try to hide in shadows.
Okay, go ahead and roll it.
Oof, I'm gonna burn. I'm gonna burn 3 luck to get that up there
Okay.
to 15.
All right. So yeah, you move into the shadows, the darker portions of the room. What's your intention now that you've hidden in shadows?
Well, eventually it's to get up to them and backstab them.
Sure
But,
thing.
For now, I'll
Yeah.
just.
Who are you passing the turn to?
I think Rotgut's got it.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and let me check something real quick. I think I'm gonna use my short bow, and do a long range attack.
Sure.
I think that's the best thing I can do.
Sure.
'cause
Oh,
spell-
duh. Hey, we have 2 attacks as elves.
Yeah, we do.
Mm.
I have the yeah.
So that 7's going to hit 6 damage. Are you attacking the first one, or the one that more for Bowdy just knocked down?
The one that for body just knocked down
All right.
makes sense to me.
If this was 4th edition,
Mm-hmm.
they would both now be exactly bloodied.
Okay. I'm going to with my D14 action die, my second action, also fire the short bow.
Sure.
AC 13 is what it'll
Yeah,
hit.
that's still a hit.
And then the one thing I don't remember, because I don't play casters a ton in DCC, is my familiar has a 1d6 attack. Is that a third action on its own that rolls with a d20, or is that would that be one of my action die would be using the familiar?
I have no idea. We'll let it
I don't either.
attack. Yeah.
Yeah, let it attack. You
Yeah.
think? Okay.
Sure.
All right. 18.
18 for 3 damage. All right.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Who's going next there, Rockgut?
Let's see.
I'm ready. I can go.
Okay, yeah, that'll work. Let's have Chris go. Chris has an
Sure.
idea what he wants to do. That'll work.
Oaken
All right.
Finn?
I'm going to pull my longbow and fire an arrow.
Sure.
Is the room affecting weapons or just spells?
Just your spells.
All right. Okay. Then I can. Where is it? Where's the attack button? Oh, right there. 13.
for 5.
Yep. And then I can technically fire another one
Yeah.
at D14. Nine.
Ooh.
9's still a hit.
9 hits as well. All right, then that is. What did it roll before? 1d8. It's just the 1d8. Whopping 1. As an afterthought, that second arrow, like, oh yeah, this.
Yeah. So who's going next, Oaken Finn?
Who has not gone?
Yeah. I think is that it? Yeah, just Father. No.
I haven't gone.
Yeah.
I went first.
Or,
this
yeah.
round.
Yeah. Mornath is the only one that hasn't gone out of the group yet.
There's just this one spider.
There's 2 spiders.
Oh,
There's 2. One's knocked down and has
They're-
taken a lot of
oh,
hits.
they're not dead yet.
They're
Holy
not dead
crap!
yet. They're both still
They're
left.
bloody.
Pretty
both
tough.
in real
One's
rough
bloody.
shape.
What do you think, Bert? You want to go or you want them to
Sure.
go twice?
No, I'll go.
Okay.
All right.
All right, so taking 2 longbow shots into the one that dropped first.
Sure. Yeah.
All right, well, so here's the first one. 5 points of
5
damage.
damage. All right.
All right, second attack, 6 points of damage.
It's still up. It's real rough.
Okay. And am I the last person in the round, or is there
Yes,
one
you
more
are.
person?
You're the last one in
So
the round.
go again. So 2 more shots.
Well, the spiders haven't gone yet.
Oh, the spiders haven't gone. So
Yeah.
that means they go twice.
Yeah.
Yep.
But the spiders can't get to the group of you because of the force wall. One of them has discovered the force wall, and it's going to turn around and it's going to scamper up to Oakenfen. The other one is going to waste its time trying to attack the force wall. So it is going to deal...
Wait, where's the force wall? Why is it getting me?
Because you're on the other side of it.
Oh, he put it here instead of here.
Yeah. Because the
Let's see.
spiders are essentially between you two. So the force wall
Got
takes
it.
5 points of damage. But the other spider scampers up to you there,
Okay,
Oakenfen.
I am prepared. He's gonna get a kick.
Does 13 hit?
That is my AC.
All right.
So,
and
yeah.
it is going to deal. Yeah, let's see. It's going to be... Five points of damage to you.
All right.
So,
I take it.
in addition to that, so you feel the sharp pincers bite into you, and you feel cold, just intense cold, start moving through your veins.
Mm-hmm.
You also are going to take 3 points of stamina damage.
Ooh, I thought you were gonna say DC-20 fort or die.
Yeah, no, you take 3 points of stamina damage from this as well.
Sure.
Oh, that sucks, man.
Yeah, that's not good.
So the spider's second turn. The one last turn attacked the force wall, realizing it couldn't do anything, but its friend back there is successfully biting an elf. So they both go and attack an elf this turn, which is
Gosh, darn
Oakenfen.
it.
Let's see, it's this
Wait,
one.
they don't go again. Bert's got to go.
No,
Oh, no, Bert went first.
Bert went,
That's right.
and the spiders
Yeah.
go twice.
We were
now.
like,
Ooh, that's a 0. So
Ow.
that's going to be a miss. That's a 2. So it's your lucky day.
wow.
And since they both just attack you, you can go Oakenfen.
All right.
So the spiders have gone this round.
And to put my longbow down behind me as I draw my longsword.
Sure. Yeah,
Like now we're getting dangerous.
there you go.
My dancing sword.
Ooh, so romantic.
Mm.
Boom. Done with you. 11 to the one on my right. You
Sure.
decide which one that is.
I got you.
And then I'm gonna slash at that. I'm gonna slash at that same one. As a matter of fact,
Sure thing.
I got to roll a 14.
Yeah.
What's the second one? D14.
So yeah, your
Yep.
first sword bites in hard and deep. The spider lets out this shriek in pain.
D14 plus 4 on the second one is a 9.
9's a hit.
Roll 1d8 plus 5. There's sparks flying everywhere.
Yeah. 13 damage as you
Maximum
impale
damage.
this spider, slaying the first one. Only one spider remains.
All right, I want to just kind of move back
Sure.
5 feet so I'm not in melee with it.
Sure.
And
Who's going next?
for Bowdy can fire away at it.
And can we move through
Yeah.
this wall of yours?
Yeah.
All right then. Well, I'm gonna go charging in, hammer and shield like then.
All right.
You're back.
I want to come in and I just want to as I swing the hammer and I want to smash its legs into its body and make it to where it can't stand up very well.
Sure thing.
So we'll do a D8. Okay, so the D doesn't go off. That's okay.
Okay. 12
But
is
still, a 14
hits.
might hit.
6 damage.
8 even.
8 damage.
Yeah.
It's still up. It's looking real rough.
Okay, and then I'll do my D14. So I've got a total of 2 and 4. So I'll do a D14, and we'll throw a 6 at the end of it. All right, so 11.
11 does hit.
And then what, a D8 plus 5. Okay. So another 5 on that for 12.
All right. Oh, for 12. All right. It's still up.
And then I'll shield bash it.
Sure
'Cause
thing.
I'm a jerk.
Sure thing.
Nice. You
5
All right.
still hits.
Oh my God, that's
Wow.
crazy. Okay. We do my, well, since we made it spike, we'll just make it a D4. D4 plus 1 plus, I had a 2 on that. 1
Yeah.
plus 4, 5 damage.
You smash this spider into bits as it breaks apart.
Yes.
Both spiders are slain.
Like Legolas and Gimli over here.
There you go.
That's when I leap out of the darkness and stab it in the back, and I say, don't worry, I got it.
Like a shard of it's flying by and he stabs it.
That's it. That's it.
I'm glad you're here, Waylon.
Uh,
Don't worry.
So yeah, so now the passageway is safe to move through. There was that side path that initially Waylon was going to look at, and then there's the path that goes forward and opens up into this huge chamber. Waylon, were you going to check out that leather satchel that your friend Oakenfen is saying it's got something going on in it?
Absolutely. Now that I'm sure these spiders are well dead, I'm going to go
Sure.
over there and
But
I would
still
grab
be
off of that satchel.
still be careful of the floor.
Oh, absolutely.
So I would like you to go ahead and give me a detect traps. No, that's not appropriate here. Give me an agility test.
Just an agility test.
You know where the traps are. Oakenfen pointed them out. They weren't that well hidden to begin with.
All right.
So yeah, just give me an agility test. 17, you can see them, you can avoid the traps. To get this leather satchel, you're going to need to give me a pickpocket.
Ooh. Pickpockets. There we go.
Oh, that's everyone else gets a
baby.
point of fleeting luck.
Wow. Wow.
And you
Whoa.
very carefully slice open this leather satchel and you pull out these 5 huge gemstones. And they're
Big rocks in a sack.
each glowing with a strange elemental light to them. Let's see. So it doesn't specify the exact type of stones they're made out of, not for all of them. But as soon as you pull them out, for Bowdy, you see them, and immediately it takes you back to childhood. You've heard stories about these stones. It's unmistakable what these are. These are the stars of the Dwarven Lords.
Oh, my stars and garters.
There's
Yeah,
there's the Eye of the Eastern Peaks, the Ruby of Bloodwall, Ixrit's Folly, the Head Grummy Diamond, and the Star Under the Mountain.
I can't type that fast.
I'll drop it in
Stars
chat.
of the mountain. Waylon, do you know what you got there?
A lot of money.
Thank
There,
you.
there.
Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know that each one of these stones on their own is worth a fortune. Yeah, it's.
Don't you be
What's your-
fool enough to go selling those.
What's your alignment?
Those are the sort of thing neutral.
Okay, yeah. You would know, like, we could sell them and we could get a crap load of money, or you could go down in Dwarven history as the hero who returned the Stars of the Dwarven Lords.
Wow.
This is the sort of thing that sets you and your family up for a lifetime.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But who's got enough money to buy these things?
A dwarven mine.
The Dwarven King, maybe?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah, these will get you an audience with a king or queen or whoever.
Probably any one of them would, let alone all of them together.
Right. A single one would do the trick. All of them is insane.
Maybe
Well,
we just
give
make
'em-
ourselves the new kings.
That's a good idea.
With those stones, it's possible.
I'll, you know what? I'll let each of you hold on to one of them. Just in case, we might have to cut and run for some reason.
Sure.
That's awesome.
So each of you, well, everyone except for Waylon, has one of these stars of the Dwarven Lords. So, after getting that, the rest of this hallway past the side hall, past this pillar, it was a dead end of sorts. You're not sure why this monk was down here and got squished. You don't know why it was so heavily trapped. But the monk died with these on their person. What's next is past the hallway through this larger chamber. Is that where you all want to move into next?
Yes.
Okay.
Seems logical enough.
So, this giant chamber, looking down, and I'll say you're all at the entrance looking in. It ends in a giant pit in the ground. So it's this long, narrow chamber, maybe like 60 feet wide, a good like 100 feet long. And at the very far end, you can see this giant pit with, it looks like staircase going, like disappearing down into it. Going along the walls of it. It's a circular pit. And it's just this giant, completely empty, barren room.
That's not strange at all.
Well, I'm looking to the people what can see magic things and whatnot before I step in there.
I scanned the room.
Sure.
Bzzz.
What are you looking for? And give me an intelligence test.
It's the I still have detect magic. Remember, I recast it.
Oh, okay. You don't actually pick up anything magical in this room.
All right. Now I'll do just a regular looking around check.
Sure, that's an intelligence test.
At the floor mostly.
Sure.
12.
You don't notice any obvious traps like in the previous room.
It looks clear.
Yeah.
But
if you're not sure, dwarves are good at architecture and thieves are good at detecting traps, so.
I think that's Chuck telling us something. That's something I would say if I was running a game.
I'm an elf and I have a pretty good chance of finding secret doors too. All of us elfin folk do, so just that's a thing too.
Okay.
Yeah. Calling out everybody's strong points.
So what's going on?
I'm gonna start searching the walls for seams with my find secret doors. I'm gonna check the area for secret doors.
Okay. Are you gonna move in? What's that?
Okay.
Are you gonna move into the room and start?
Tell you what, just to be a little cautious, like our friend with the 10-foot pole, I'm gonna send my falcon first and then follow behind.
Sure. Give me that intelligence test through your falcon.
Sure.
For Bowdy, what were you getting ready to say?
Oh, my dwarven senses are good and turgid after finding those gemstones. I'm going to be using that underground skill as well.
So, for Bowdy, being the dwarf activates the secret information. Now, Rotgut, your hawk does go through and says something's funky with the ceiling. And Farbowdy, you notice that there's a portion of the ceiling that looks off. It's like it's made of like a separate section of slab. And you can see there's actually like scuff marks, like someone had wood ground up against it.
Awkward pause.
Awkward
Someone was
pause.
grinding their wood up there.
It's real weird. It's in a couple of spots here and there, like it was, like maybe there was pillars or something like that at one point supporting that section of ceiling.
Like, say, 6 of them?
Like 5 or 6 of them, yeah.
Could be.
Is that the half where we are or the further on half?
It's a little further down.
Janky ceiling. All right.
So what's the plan?
Does the ceiling look like it's imminently going to collapse because it's missing those poles?
It's standing there currently, but at one point those poles were there, and you're not exactly sure why.
I'd like to try to cast force manipulation to see if I can make something big enough to hold that ceiling up. God, this spell is so good.
Sure, go ahead and roll it.
Really handy.
It's a workhorse.
Oh,
That's only a
boy.
10.
Well, do I lose it at 10? I do. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to.
You
I'm gonna have to
look up.
burn 2 luck to give myself an apple spice fear of force again, so I still
All right.
have it.
All right.
So I got 3 of these apples that I need to remember at some point, y'all. If there's ever something we need to roll down a hallway, you let me know.
They might have
There you go.
a duration on them. You might want to look
They
that up.
don't.
can't-
They super
Really?
don't. It just creates them. That's so I've just got a satchel full of force.
It's just carrying a bag and like tossing them at people. I don't have a spell that will help here.
So, yeah, you've got a softball-sized ball of force in your pocket, and you're not sure what to do about that chunk of ceiling that looked like it had braces up against it at one point.
I was going to say, can you attach it to an arrow?
The ball of force?
A ball of force. And then
Maybe.
I could fire an arrow at the ceiling?
How high up is the ceiling? I guess I didn't ever ask that.
Like 15 feet.
I'm keenly aware of that spell's details.
Roughly the same height as what those planks were long. So, what's going on?
I think, Raka, you could toss one of those spheres up at the ceiling because it says range of, you can throw it with a range of 25 feet per caster level.
Yeah, so I mean, I could. I'm basically a professional pitcher at this point.
Yeah.
Sure. Do you want to do it?
Sure. Let me
ahead.
let me see that spell again real quick. Sorry, I just didn't have it open. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
We all get stuff.
Yeah, we would have. That was a misclick. Sorry, I didn't actually cast that. I just want to double check these force ball things. Be hurled immediately or rains. Oh, you know what? It does per caster level. So I only have one. I have one. I'm going to throw it at the ceiling. And it doesn't say that there's a roll associated with it. It just says I can hurl them for 1d6. So it might be a little magic missile-y like they hit.
Sure.
Guiding
So,
through
yeah,
mud.
you throw this ball of force and it strikes that section of ceiling, and you hear a click in the room. As all of a sudden, that section of ceiling, the part away from you, drops down. And this giant steel ball, almost the width of the room, rolls out, Temple of Doom style, and rolls towards the giant pit and falls into the giant pit. And you can hear the stairs along the interior of this giant pit snapping and breaking off as this giant steel ball falls and descends into the pit.
Well, hope we didn't have to get down there.
Well, Waylon's just gonna go, "Oh, all right, and he's gonna go into the room to see what he can loot.
It's a super bare room.
then he'll just kind of look around and go, well, that was a waste.
And
Back
now
the way,
that
back the way
the
we came.
now that the steel ball has gone down this pit, it almost comes across as a dead end.
That's 3 dead ends. This is getting weird. Well, technically, that's 5 dead ends.
I don't
2
math so good.
2 in the original temple,
Mhm.
and now we've just seen 3.
Yeah.
I guess all the way back to
Now there was that hallway.
that really long hallway.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Probably a dead end.
You want to go back to that?
Yes.
Why
Yes.
not?
Well,
Sure.
I mean, what's the worst that could happen?
what is the worst that could happen? We are
Does
the
it-
worst that could happen.
Yes, right.
So yeah, you make your way back through the dungeon to that initial room
hmm
where there was the stone slab that was moving that you've now wedged into an open position for both doors with the giant planks. And yeah, you're free to move into this very long hallway. And the long hallway just continues for a real long ways. But eventually there's this strange seam in the hallway. Like, you can tell that it's different material, it's different stone. There's an eerie feel coming past this. Like, all of a sudden there's a hard transition from one type of material to the other in this long hall.
Magic. Should I cast that again? Last time
Yeah.
I got that really crazy result, which was like,
Yeah.
it's always just 2 turns, so it's always 20 minutes. So I'll cast it again because it's
Sure.
probably been 20 minutes.
Sure.
Oh my god, I got a 23.
That's great. So
Holy crap.
I'll go and give it to you. You can tell the magical kind of residue in the area that you're in definitely reeks of the elemental plane of Earth. Moving past this hallway, though, everything gets real weird. Everything is it's very chaos based, and it feels your magic senses are picking it up as very
And-
ethereal.
Does that feeling, if Chris could describe it after casting that, does it feel like the floor in any particular, like the actual floor where this seam is bad? Like, does it feel unsafe or weird or arcane or bad?
It's not like he's detecting any kind of trap. It almost feels like moving from one plane of existence to another.
Oh. Well, we don't want to do that.
Or do we?
It might allow for a way out of here.
Mhm.
It would hypothetically, it would be maybe the elemental plane of Earth,
Hmm.
Oh.
given that we're on the Earth
Mm.
Earth side. I think it would be, from a scientific standpoint, I believe that we cannot draw conclusions from this single data point, and therefore we should go and investigate at least one other to see if there is such a hallway that then does the same thing.
You could do that.
Which is very Oakenfen. He's the scientific type.
I'm gonna send my falcon through it.
Sure. Your falcon.
You're all sciencey, and I'm like, "Boop, bird."
Your
and then Free's
falcon.
like, "Ugh."
It normally goes well when you send your familiar with your portals.
Your connection to your falcon. It's like a bad like cell phone connection almost. It's still there.
Old-timey
It's
radio.
just not clear. It's old-timey radio. It's all static and fuzzy. But your falcon's still there, and it's just like it's long hallways. There's a strange room that opens off to the side with a dude sitting on a throne. It goes even further beyond that. But I'm afraid to go any further because I don't know if I'll be able to make my way back.
I'm afraid to go any further.
All right, well, bird feeling bad, y'all. Bird feeling bad.
I think that it's that part about somebody sitting on a throne or something freaks me out the most.
I almost want to check it out if I'm being honest.
I wonder if this whole contraption is a way to mingle each of the elemental planes in a place they were never meant to be together.
And then mix in the void, the chaos. That's one of the things. It's said, now that you bring that up, I have a thing about that. Stone, stream, flame, give it form. So we're giving something form. Maybe that's not the thing from the first part, because we've only just entered the dungeon. Maybe, perhaps, it's those three down in that storm are like an egg or a thing gestating, and the green juice is giving it form, and then it's going to bust open and destroy the planet.
Could be. I mean, that sphere could be an egg of some sort. So then have we just inadvertently started the process?
Or jacked it up when we moved the things? We might have done
Possible.
both.
Might have done both. Yep.
Yeah.
Which just means we need to double our resolve to end this, right? However we have to.
Mm-hmm.
We're totally gonna destroy the universe. There's no way out of
It
it.
will be an unsuccessful dungeon, I think.
We're not gonna destroy the universe. We're gonna save the day. We're gonna go to a dwarven kingdom and be waiting on hand and foot until the day we die, which might be from a giant elemental dragon. Who knows?
He was dropped a lot when he was a baby, wasn't he?
Yeah, probably. He was probably actually neglected to the point of having to rely on himself for long periods of time. Let me take some notes about that.
I never claimed to be a licensed daycare person. I don't know why everybody kept shoving their babies on me.
Whoa.
Right.
I only dropped them like 4 or 5 times.
That's not bad at all.
Should we try another one of these axes then, just to see if this is what's happening? Each one of these is going to an elemental plane where something gets triggered.
I would like reinforcement. I personally, Oakenfen, would like reinforcement of that theory. However, others in the party want to go talk to this dude sitting on the throne right now.
Dude's here. I mean, dude's here.
He's here. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm feeling great. I'm really feeling it. I kind of want to go see who this is.
So is that your plan? You want to travel to the dude on the throne?
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Okay.
Let's vote.
Yes, I'm good. Either way, I abstain.
2 maybes,
Bert,
2
Tyler?
yeses.
Let's do it. Let's
All
do
right,
it.
That's majority.
Yeah, let's go.
All right.
Let's get
There you go.
inclusivity deep into this.
Is the place where the dude on the throne? How bright/dark is that?
The Lich is rating with
It's
7.
dark. Hey, Lich.
Ermagerd.
I'll give my lantern to our cleric.
Father Leopold.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks,
Leopold.
buddy.
Yeah, he can carry.
There's
that
one for
around.
each of you.
I'll just kind of linger on the
No
edge
way.
of the shadow just in case I have to run and hide.
Sorry. I had a thing. I want to be last. I'm like, go ahead.
Okay. Now, I will say, thanks to the Falcon, you're able to navigate your way. Now, definitely things are weird here. Things don't feel right. Reality feels like it's almost slipping away a little bit. You definitely feel like you are not on your native plane anymore. You know that there's all sorts of twists and turns here. And if you head off the beaten path, you're afraid you could end up lost for all eternity. But the Falcon is able to kind of direct you towards this room with the throne. The narrow stone staircase opens into a small vault. At the back of this chamber is a stone throne. Seated atop a throne is a scarred warrior in a ruined hauberk. I don't know how you say that word. His hauberk, Hauberk, the armor.
Hauberk.
There you go.
Okay. Yeah.
His once proud helm dented and his breastplate beaten and furrowed. The weary warrior wears a wolf pelt over his shoulder, and a warhammer rests against one knee. What do you want to do?
Who's that? Is he recognizable at all? Like anything that would...
You could give me an intelligence test. It's going to be real high to see if you recognize anything about.
Fleeting luck for everybody.
Oh,
Thank you, as
Nice,
Weepy.
yeah. Thanks for them bits.
All right,
Nice.
intelligence check. 10. I'm sure that's not high enough, but I'm not sure how far away I would be.
Do you enter in the chamber, like go down the stones and enter the chamber to get a look at him?
Yeah.
Well, it's easy. As soon as you step foot in the chamber, his blue eyes light up. And he looks at you, he locks eyes, and he laughs. A deep belly laugh.
I run away.
It's been a long time since a warrior has entered my chamber. You there, friend, come forward.
Hi.
I am old Fenris. When was the last time you tested your metal?
Oh no.
Oh, it's been about... It's hard to say. Things get funny on the man. But a good 5 or 10 minutes. I gave this one spider a good old lobotomy with a crossbow. It was great.
I'll tell you what. You're the one, and he kind of looks past you at the rest of the party. You're the only one that looks to be a true warrior, a man of might and deed.
I would like to hide in shadows.
Go ahead and roll it.
All right.
I would like to hide in shadows too. I just don't have that skill.
Yeah, you disappear into a shady corner in the back of the room. You're not sure if he can see you or not, but you feel better about it.
Yeah. That's what matters most.
So, I'll tell you what, friend. You let me test what you're made of. And if you survive, I'll give you something special, something powerful to help you on your journeys.
Well, how the hell am I going to say no to that?
Perfect. Walk forward. And he stands up and he
It's
grabs
a bad decision.
his giant warhammer. And he walks towards you. Are you ready?
I would like to sneak.
Jeremy is less sure than his character.
I would like to sneak silently alongside, parallel with for Bowdy across the room.
Sure. And he raises his warhammer above his head. And he brings it down hard and heavy. Directly on the top of your head. Dealing you 29 points of damage.
Cats.
My.
Do you survive?
I do survive. I'd have been splattered.
That, my friend, is what I want to see. You're a man of might.
3 inches shorter.
And
You're now a quarter dwarf.
He's now
It's okay. It was just my head. I don't use it for much anyway.
Ouch.
I come rushing up to him and lay on hands.
1d20 plus 15.
hey, keep your little friend back there. Now it's your turn. Hit me if you can. And he stands there and he puffs his chest out. His warhammer drops to his side. He's inviting you just to take a free pot shot on him.
I mean, why the hell wouldn't I? I think I'll go for a, since he got his hand to his side and whatnot. What's a good deed thing to do? I want to make him drop his hammer when I hit him.
That might be a wise move.
No.
Oh no.
Well, your
Okay,
deed
well, at least
doesn't
it wasn't
pop
a
off.
D20 check.
Yeah.
Okay. So only a 15.
All right. 15 hits him. You deal 7
7.
points of damage. Ha! I was expecting a little more, but it's nothing to be ashamed of, friend. You've
Well,
passed
you know-
my test. And he takes that wolf cloak pelt that's over his shoulder, and he tosses it down to you. And it's got it clasped so you can wear it over your shoulder. And it seems to kind of shrink to fit your height. And give me just a second here. And I have gone ahead. If you check your equipment,
Okay.
you now have the item known as the Cloak of the Wolf King.
Ooh.
Holy crap.
And I'm just going to go ahead and let everyone see it. So if you check in items, what this does is you now get a +3 bonus to your AC and your fortitude and reflex saves.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Up
That's pretty
to
great.
Wow.
3 times, and this is just 3 times throughout the life period of the cloak. It can avert a critical hit, resulting it to just a regular hit.
Whoa.
If you use it a 4th time to avert the critical hit, the cloak will prevent the critical hit but then be destroyed.
That is crazy. That was totally worth being nearly killed in one shot.
How many hit points do you have left?
I still have 21 hit points. For Bowdy had
nice.
50.
What?
I rolled super high on my hit
Holy
points.
shit, I only have 23 total.
Yeah, for Bowdy's a
Not even max right
stout
now.
old dude.
For Bowdy's going first everywhere now.
Yeah.
With that
Now that we know
extra-
that.
Yeah. All right,
Man.
friend. I wish you luck in your travels. And he goes and he returns to his throne.
I don't even really know how to respond to all that. I think,
Bow and back up.
I think I'm going to kneel and I'm just going to. You're supposed to take a nap after a head wound, right? I think I'm going to take a nap.
I feel like maybe we should take a rest. Maybe in that really long hallway. It's a good defensive position. Or in that first 20 by 20 room. Because I'm down 3 stamina and 5 HP. And the stamina is kind of a little more worrisome than the HP.
I was gonna look into it. I think I have a spell that can help heal your stamina. But let me check. I do take restore vitality.
All right. So, where are you going next?
Back. Yeah. Let's just drag for Bowdy back to that 20 by 20 room. That the first
Yeah,
room.
I'm
Okay.
now that we're done with this test of strength, I am definitely gonna heal him for real this time.
Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead and put some
And as
heals
soon
on.
as they leave the room, I'm gonna just pop out of the
Um,
shadows and sprint out of the portal.
What's for Bowdy's alignment?
Neutral.
Okay, you get 2 hit dice worth of healing.
Hooray. So
Real good.
2d10.
Oh, that sucks.
That's all right. It's better than nothing.
At least he's talking in full sentences.
Yeah, that's true.
I mashed potato peanut butter.
Yes, I've been there.
Okay. So you head back to that initial room where you wedged that giant stone wall shut, so you had access to both doors. And are you going to camp out here for the night?
It maybe seems like a good idea.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
it's a good place.
Okay, yeah. What's the overnight when you sleep overnight? What do you heal? Is it?
I believe it's 1 hit point.
I was gonna say yeah, just 1. So for Bowdy, you heal 1 hit point.
As do I. And I think I'd get 1 ability point.
You get
back.
1 point
Not
in your
sure.
ability
Yeah.
to score back.
Yeah.
While we're resting for the night, I'm gonna try to restore vitality on him.
Okay, sure. Go ahead and roll it.
If this doesn't fuck up, I can heal him some more. 16 lets me heal 2 points of temporarily lost strength, stamina, agility, intelligence, or personality. So
So-
with the night sleep, that should get him back up to full.
That and the rest, yeah, I'm back up. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Anyone else a little worse for wear need some more help?
I mean,
peanut butter applesauce.
Peanut
over
butter
there.
ice cream.
Peanut butter applesauce could use some help.
I'll burn fleeting luck to give you 1 additional hit die with a feeling.
Yay! You're one of the good ones.
And your hit
Yeah.
die or not.
A real sentence.
So,
Do I look kind of funny this morning? I feel like I've got something that's kind of not so much here or here, just kind of right in here.
Your armor looks a little long in the waist area. I want to check your pants to see if they're longer than they were yesterday.
Well, they're a lot fuller than they were. I should have cleaned that out. It's so cold in here, you know. You take any warmth you can get.
So, fire or water, everybody?
Which one doesn't have a giant wolf man?
Hang on. What happens if we spin the disc while we're in this room we're resting in?
Oh, that is a very scientific question.
We might get stuck because the keyholes
might
are on
get
the other
locked in.
side.
What if one of us
We
goes
can
out
always move
there?
it back.
What? Yeah. What if
Yeah.
one of us goes out there and we, you know?
Do you want? I have the disc. Do you want me to walk out to the middle? Hopefully, not crush you all like a trash compactor scene from a movie everybody seems to know.
Tell you what,
How about
I'll volunteer to stay in the room then. Everybody else can be safe.
All right.
I'm just curious. I kind of need to know.
I'm kind of curious too now that you brought it up.
all right, if that's what you're going to do. So, is everyone else besides Rotgut leaving?
It's my dumb idea, so I think that's fair.
Well, it was fun
Rocket,
knowing you,
can I get that
Rocket.
big gem back from you real quick just before this?
Yeah, if there's anything that seems integral in terms of party loot, I'll hand it off to the. I'll actually not hand it to Waylon, but I'll hand it to Fort Body.
So you do that. So which way? How are you spinning the disc? We're going to use the chaos, the void sigil as reference.
I'm gonna grasp Rotgut's forearm before I leave and say, you yell if it's gonna squish you, and I'll try to move it back as fast as I can. Yeah. Little elf brotherhood.
Yeah.
Move it back to where it was, so clockwise.
Okay. Let me get there. So you're going to turn. So let me get on the right tool.
From there to
Right there. All right.
That's right. Make it go away. Go away.
There
To
it
there.
is.
Yeah. Perfect.
Okay.
And then if I hear him yelling bloody murder, 3PO, 3PO.
So you turn it, and the door with the 3 keys closes shut. The gems, you hear
Grab the keys.
a grinding noise, a rumbling. The gems start glowing that green color. And Rotgut, inside, you can see the doors close in front of you. The rumbling, and all of a sudden a passage kind of comes to the side like you're in a cylinder that turns. And now you're looking into the same weird like hallways that you just came from where like the dude on the throne was.
Okay, can I yell that? Can they hear me?
Absolutely not.
I would count to like 30, and then I would move it back to where it was.
Okay.
Sure.
You see a tangled mess of bones and blood where Rocket used to be.
He died in the name of science and exploration.
Yeah, because I was thinking like we moved it when we were in the outside of it to start to get it to line up to walk into the center. So we should have been able to move it from any one of these rooms too, is what I was thinking.
So we all get back on the same page, and hypothetically then we could enter the first room of another door, turn it, and
Yeah.
maybe save some rigmarole.
So
Let's explore this new
Wash
thing that I just found too.
you turn it back to where it was. You open the 3 keys, and there's rot gut. Now, as you turn it, the storm below starts churning more, and it spits up some more of that weird green plasma mucus thing.
Slime.
As the world churns.
As the world
Pure
churns.
chaos.
This time, however, it lands these 2 large globs, which are jiggling and moving, and you can see they start to form limbs as they stand and start trudging towards you. And it looks like they have these weird, sharp... If this was like a silhouette of a person, it would look like the silhouette of a person with a sword.
No.
As
No,
these
you stop that.
globular creatures made of pure chaos start stumbling towards you with ill intent in their jiggling forms.
Oh man, I forgot to cast detect magic. I'll do that later.
So, I'm going to roll a d6. One of you, let me roll this first. It is going to be for Bowdy. You roll a d6, I roll a d6. Whoever gets higher gets to go first. I rolled a 4.
Oh, hell.
Rolled a 6.
hell,
All
yeah.
right. So, who on your team is starting off this initiative?
I mean, I hate to be selfish, but I'm going to go stab this. I'm going to beat this thing in the face.
How dare you do what we were all hoping?
Yeah, right.
Sure.
Gives you that authority.
From somewhere in the darkness, you can
All
do
of us.
about it.
Always
All
disappears.
So they're like kind of jiggly.
Yeah, like
So since I'm using a hammer for my D die, I kind of want to like displace their weird jiggly form so that it's harder for them to act.
sure, yeah.
I'm gonna send the jello flying. Are we still in the area that does the manipulation of the D die or back to neutral?
Right here, it's back to neutral.
Okay, cool.
You can, once you leave that previous area, all of you can kind of feel yourselves evening back out. So yeah, your D die pops off.
All right. So, oh man, does an 11 hit?
No.
I've got some fleeting luck to burn.
If you want to
Don't
make
burn
this
luck.
hit with fleeting luck, you're going to have to burn 5 points.
I'll do it. You know what?
All
That's what it's there for.
Sure.
So that'll get me up to 8 points of damage.
Sure.
Splatter them around a little bit, and then we'll get a 4 and 4. So, sorry, I didn't mean to roll the D die again. Ignore
fine.
that. So I need to do a D14 plus 8. So 11 plus 8, 19.
19 is a hit, yeah.
Okay, so I need to do D8 plus 8. So 6 plus 8 for another 10.
Damn, all right.
Okay. And then we'll do this.
It's your shield
Plus
bash.
4, 14.
14 does not hit.
Okay. That's not a bad run, though.
No, it's not. And you smash into this thing and you kind of dislodge its central mass. I'm going to treat it like it's prone for anyone else. So everyone else, you'll be a little bit easier to hit. I'll let you take a little more damage, and it'll have to spend its action kind of reforming itself. So for Bowdy, who's going next?
I heard Waylon's approval, so I'll toss it his way.
Sure thing, Waylon. You're up.
All right. Well, I'm gonna put the dagger away and draw the rogue's gambit, my magical longsword,
Ooh.
and I'm gonna run right up to one of these jelly bastards and take a swipe at it.
Sure.
And I'm gonna burn 5 fleeting luck. Or no, I don't burn 5 fleeting luck.
No. You roll, what is it, a D6? Or is it higher?
D7.
D7, all right. So how many
Yeah,
points of
I'm
fleeting
gonna
luck?
burn. I'm gonna burn 2.
All right.
So
2,
roll
and then roll
2.
me 2D7.
2d7. Oh my
11.
god.
So that's
Wow.
a 22 to hit,
Yep.
which
With 8
absolutely
points of
does.
damage.
And that 8 points of damage slays the first one of these jiggling things. It just breaks apart, and you see it breaks into kind of like 3 separate substances. There's that weird green bright liquid that was trickling from above.
Mm.
You can see wisps of flame disappear from it. You can see water trickle off of it. And you can see bits of stone and rock lying in the mass where it was.
Mm.
So, who's going next?
Do. You know, Rocket always does well when I pass the ball to him, so I'll go on
Sure.
ahead and do that again.
Right.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Magic Shield. And so there's a couple results that could be like multiple allies. First in mind is for Bowdy, and then we'll see what else happens.
All right.
No die size problems anymore in here?
No.
All right, 13. Let me see what I can spend to get to where with that. I give somebody a +2. I'm gonna spend a point of luck to give for Bowdy a +4 to AC for 2d6 rounds. And
Whoa.
so
Nice.
that is 7 rounds of +4 AC.
Nice.
That puts me at 24.
Okay, perfect. You're my golden shiny boy. And on top of it, the mercurial effect is that I cast mirror image at the same time for 1d6 rounds for myself. And so for one round, any attacks at me are going to hit my mirror image.
Very cool. All right, who's going next?
Nice.
I'm gonna go with Bert. I'm feeling Bert.
Mornath, you're up.
All right. Well, Mornath casts a spell he's been holding in reserve for a bit. Scorching Ray.
Ooh, I like it.
Nice. Yes.
Now my feature on this is Joe average. So instead of rolling a d20, I roll 2 d10s
Okay.
and add them. So
It's just a hunk of
14.
burning goop.
Let's see. I have a
That's a pretty
lot
good
of
roll,
fleeting
though.
luck.
You're going to up that up then?
20. I'm going to spend enough fleeting luck to get me. So we have what, 5 now?
I think so.
Yeah.
Haven't spent any yet.
Right. So I'm
Take that
gonna.
up to,
Yep, and I'm gonna burn one of my regular luck to get it to the 20.
okay.
So I can launch 2 rays at the same or 2 targets. So how many enemies in front of us?
Just one left. Yeah, just one left.
Oh, just one left. Well, I don't need to really spend that then. I'll just spend my fleeting luck to get the 19 result.
Okay.
All right. One target takes 1d8 plus caster level damage, and then there's a lot more past that.
All right.
So 1d8. 13 points of damage to start with.
Ooh.
Then it needs to make a DC 15 reflex save or it catches fire.
Ooh, I like it. Let me roll that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna stink.
DC 13 Oh, yeah. This is
15.
good.
DC 15.
All right. -4.
All right.
Oh,
So
no.
it will continue to burn for an additional d6 points of damage each round after until it can pass that reflex slave, which has to be its action as it extinguishes the fire.
All right. Yeah.
Oh my.
And if it's wearing anything that's flammable, 75% chance of it catching fire as well.
Yeah, it's not. Do you want to roll that
Yeah.
D6 or you want me to?
Well, it shouldn't take the damage until the next round.
Right. But it's for 1d6 rounds, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no. It does an additional d6 damage every round until it makes it safe.
Oh, okay. So it can just
Then
burn
it has
forever.
to spend
if
its
it doesn't.
action
Yeah.
to make that's
Yep.
Okay.
man.
It has to make
nasty.
it has to take its action to stop, drop, and roll.
I like
my
it. All right.
God.
Mornath, who's going next?
Who's still up?
Me?
Yeah.
Waylon? Is Waylon gone?
Waylon
Yeah.
has gone. So yeah, it's going to be Father Leopold, or it's going to be Oakenfen, or the
or
creatures.
the creatures, right?
Mm-hmm.
Still got a few of ours left, so let's do Oakenfen.
Okay.
Okay. I don't really have offensive spells. I don't feel like there's sanctioned enough for sleep.
Yeah, you would feel kind of sketchy about that.
So, and I don't feel like they have eyes. So, longbow it is.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. Longbow number 1. Ugh, gross.
8 is a miss. Yeah, 8's a miss.
Roll 1d14 plus 3 for my second one. 14.
14 is a miss. You're missing by 2 on that.
Ooh. Are we in super danger from these things, or are they just kind of like... blah, blah, blah,
They
blah?
haven't attacked anyone yet, so you're not sure. And also, this
Nah.
thing is on fire. So on its turn, it's
Right.
either going to take damage or put itself out.
That's an amazing AC some jelly globs got.
Yeah.
So I will pass it over to the bad guys.
You
Sure.
ever try to cut Jello? It's not easy, man.
Yeah.
Just hammer it, and it's... Did you ever hammer a watermelon?
What do I look like, Gallagher over here?
Yeah.
So I am going to say that this thing,
Get some cookie cutters. Make jigglers out of these things.
this thing doesn't have the common sense to put itself out. So right off the bat, I'm going to have it take that 1d6 damage. I'll roll that up. It's going to take 4 more points of damage. And then it is going to try and lash out with this weird jello sword it's got at Forbouty. Forbouty, it swings a 9. It misses on its first action die.
Okay.
And its second action die misses again. So yeah, it's not, you've got so much magical enhancement to your AC plus your natural AC. It just harmlessly slaps you with this jelly appendage.
Go on, do it again. I like it.
Father Leopold, you're up.
Flaccid versus turgid.
It's Flaccid versus Sturgeon.
Ew.
I'm rock hard because I'm a dwarf, you see.
Ah,
Only
Good
one
to
of them
know.
is left, right?
only one is left. And it's on fire. And it just tried to attack Forbouty.
On fire. And I get 2 things in a row.
You do?
I'm gonna do a whambo jambo then. I'm gonna
Sure.
cast paralysis my first round and then try to paralyze it with my second round.
Sure.
Mm.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Actually, with a 23, I can designate one creature within 30 feet and paralyze it with a word.
Oh,
I'm actually gonna burn a fleeting luck.
get that up to 24.
Yes.
So what happens?
Any creature 4 HD or less is automatically paralyzed.
Let's see. What is its hit
Ooh.
die? It is 4 HD or less. It is automatically paralyzed. It is
2d6.
paralyzed and it is on fire.
2d6 plus caster level 5. Oh, this is 8 rounds.
8 rounds. All right.
And I'm just gonna leave it alone for my second attack.
Sure.
He's gonna burn to death and sooner rather than
Yeah.
later.
So you set it up. Your second attack. You're just watching this.
Yes.
Who's going after you?
I'll let him go.
Sure. That is going to be a D6 fire damage because it can't put itself out. It takes 3. It's still up, but it is... Bits of it are starting to kind of slough off, like fall off, and it's dripping a little bit. It's in real rough shape. After it... Forbouty.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Let's splatter the jello, as it were. It's kind of hard to get the sweet spot with the fire and whatnot.
Yep.
That's okay. Maybe 14 probably not going to do it.
Well, it is paralyzed. What does a paralyzed condition have?
I think it's
think
like
it just can't make an action.
Is that what it is?
Let me check if my spell description says anything.
Yeah, I don't have it off the top of my head. So yeah.
Unable to move or take physical action is all it says it can do. It doesn't
Okay.
sound like it makes it easy
All
to
right.
hit him.
So yeah, for Bounty, that's a miss.
Okay, well, I'll give it another go. I'll do a D14 plus 5. So 19?
19 is a hit.
Okay, so how much was that? So we're going to have a 3d8 plus 4 at the end.
And that
All right, so 8 damage.
is lethal. You destroy the second one.
All
And
right,
it's-
then. I gotta tell you, I'm feeling real good here. Other than the little bit of concussion still left in my head, but outside of that, I'm feeling real good.
So, yeah, you slay it. You're now on the central platform on your own. The doorways still seem to be active. The door to the earth area is still open. What's next?
Were we going fire or
Yeah.
the other one?
Either, yeah.
I don't think we had actually discussed it, but
I was going to say, is there anything you wanted to follow up with? Because Rotgut just did that experiment and it opened up to a different area.
Oh,
Yeah, I
that's
mean,
right. I forgot about
Yeah,
that.
right, and we can do that at any time, either out here or
In
Or
there, yeah.
in there as well.
I
Excuse
feel
me.
like it might be bad juju to mess with that too much, though. Each time we do that,
It does seem to power up
storm.
the blob down there, so either make it angry and shoot stuff at us or something like that. So it might be wise to just open a door and not twist the.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
not
So which
push
one are
our
you going
luck
to?
any.
Fire or water?
Which one is our closest left?
You're facing out from Earth. Closest left would be water.
Water temple.
Okay.
Water
Sure.
temple is always the easiest of any adventure. Everybody knows that.
Everybody knows it. All right. I got to pull up just a few things real quick.
Before we go in there, fellas, what animal is associated with the water on the circly dealy?
Well, right now it's by the goat,
Oh hell, we
Oh,
can kill
goats
a
are
goat.
easy.
but we didn't see a wolf in the last area.
No, what the cloak was of the wolf,
Oh,
That's
that's right.
true.
That's right.
I think.
So we're gonna get a goat helmet.
Or maybe some really good gyros.
Ooh, there you go.
Ooh, even
You know, I
better.
could go for that. I mean, I'm not saying I'm not grateful for the trail rations or nothing, but I've
Did you-
been
Did you say you
heaving
could goat
dry
for that?
Completely off topic. My favorite was it was an Arby's commercial when they were selling euros for a little bit. I just loved it when they would call them, just come get a Mediterranean taco. I'm like, that's absolutely hilarious.
I feel like the marketing crew couldn't decide if it was gyro, gyro, or euro. They're like Mediterranean taco.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
All right.
I
So
like that.
you move up to the doorway here in the water. And like I said, there's a stone door behind it, but right now it's just this giant avalanche, this falling intense waterfall over the door. And you're going to have to make it through this water to get to that door.
I'm gonna cast force manipulation.
Sure.
When's that ever done?
Oh,
us any
you know
good?
what? Sorry, it's supposed to be a D30. I'm not in that room that messes me up anymore. Is that
You
okay to
you can
reroll?
re-roll it, yeah. I'll let you
Okay.
re-roll that.
I just remembered that before I pressed it, or right as I pressed it, rather. 18. What does that get?
Mm.
It's not terrible. Tower shield sized wall of force at a point within 25 feet. It exists for 2d6 rounds, and anybody near it gets a +4 AC bonus. The wall cannot move from where it was called into existence, but remains in existence if the caster moves out of range. So at a point, to me, says like it could be a point in space, I'm thinking. So I'd put it like a little above us so that way we could go under
walk
it.
underneath of
in
it?
the wall. Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
I'll allow it. With that 18. Sure, yeah. You easily bypass this torrential waterfall. Leaving you these stone doors on the other side of this waterfall.
There are keys or anything? I'm
No.
going to cast Tech Magic. I forgot to do that.
Sure, go ahead and
I
cast
need
it.
to do that again. Another 20 minutes of it.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm going to burn my 2 fleeting luck that I have left to make that a 12. The book is here. And that's going to give me like a basic yes or no magic type thing, I think.
Yeah. We'll go for another 20 minutes or so and then wrap it for the night.
Mm.
This might go from a 3-session thing to maybe a 4-session thing.
Yeah, I don't get the feeling we're not moving fast. I wouldn't say we're moving fast.
Well,
I feel like we're moving like glacially either. It's just there's a lot. There's just a lot.
You're making it through everything. You're figuring things out. Like, yeah, I don't have any complaints about the pacing.
We're not dying.
Yeah, this is just at 12. It's a yes or no. Things are magic.
The waterfall, everything
Same.
in this area is just ringing with elemental water energy.
Okay. And the door?
Door's just a door. It's not ringing with anything.
The door is clear of magic. Is there a keyhole?
No
Oh,
keyholes.
maybe a keyhole.
Yeah, before we go messing around with it, though, I'll
Detect
check for
traps.
traps.
Yeah, go ahead.
Find trap. Ugh.
Ooh, everyone
Oh,
loses all of your fleeting luck.
Oh, you.
most of us have spent it already.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad I spent my fleeting
Right?
luck.
Well,
But you're confident the door isn't trapped.
I'm gonna spend one of my actual luck to roll a d7. To add on to that.
Yeah.
Ugh,
A
10.
10. You're actually confident now that the door isn't trapped.
I'll regain that 1 luck after a long rest, so I'll be good.
All right. Yeah.
Is there a handle mechanism?
No.
Father Leopold, can you push it with your 10-foot pole?
I'll try pushing it with my 10-foot pole.
You push it and the door just swings open.
Okay.
I told you it wasn't trapped.
Got us worrying about nothing.
The door might
love
not be
it.
doing the lintel, the
So
door jamb, the floor.
you open it up, and it's this vaulted chamber you can see into. And there's kind of this stairs going down to the bottom of it. There's water on the floor of this, and this water is, I don't know, we're going to say 3 feet deep.
Magical?
How tall are you, Jake?
No, I'm plenty fine. It's just 3 feet's a lot of room for stuff in water.
So
Those damn horses.
the walls and the ceiling of this chamber are made, instead of bricks set with mortar, it is skulls set in mortar. The skulls are wet. They're blackened with molten slime. On the opposite side of this small chamber, there is a ramp of loose bones that raises up to a shadowy doorway set high on the wall of the vaulted chamber. In the center of the room, half submerged, is a large brass gong. So you go down into this water area, there's a gong in the water, and then on the other side there's a ramp made of bones that leads you to a door.
How big is the room?
We'll say 30 feet wide,
Sure.
15 feet deep. Now you can see the door on the far side. It's an enormous pair of bronze doors, barred on your side and cast in the likeness of an elephant's head.
That's not a goat.
It's not a goat.
Seen a goat once. It didn't look like that.
Is the water clear?
No, it's murky and gross looking.
How let's see.
Brackish even.
Can somebody with their pole stick it in and see how deep this looks?
I'm
Mark
not
the
sticking
terrain.
my pole in there. No, wait. Oh, yeah, right.
Do I have
Father Leo. I
I
think
mean, I'll check the depth, but I'm pretty sure he said 3
it's
feet
3
already.
feet. Yeah.
Oh, it's 3 feet. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I missed that. I missed
That's
that.
I have flint and steel. I want to see if the top layer of the water is flammable.
You
Good to
strike
know
your
before we step into it.
You strike your steel and the water does not ignite.
Okay.
I'm going to cast Glorious Mire.
Okay, what does that do?
Glorious
Yeah.
Mire lets me turn any land into swampland with a varying amount of size and distance depending on result. It's a patron thing, which means I need to invoke a spell burn to do it, right? For the patron spells, if I remember right.
Say that again.
When I cast a spell for my patron, I need to do a spell
No,
burn.
you've got it. The patron
Oh.
gave you that spell. You're free to just cast it.
Okay, cool. I
Yeah.
couldn't
Oh,
remember.
I think you have to. It might be up to the patron.
Okay.
Well, each patron gives you spells for just being in service of it.
Right, but you usually have to spell burn for them.
I thought so.
Ooh, yeah, you will have to spell burn to cast it. That is correct.
That's
what I
okay.
thought,
That's
yeah.
that's what I thought. I'm gonna spell burn 1 point of strength, and I'm going to cast this. Let's see, Glorious Mire. Let me go back to it. 14. Let me see what that gets me. I can transform a small space to swamp for 1d6 turns. I must touch the space, so I'll put my hand on it.
Mm-hmm.
The space is roughly equivalent to 8 cubic feet, or roughly the size of a human-sized door or a 2-foot cube. So a human-sized door with a swamp. I was hoping to get more out of that, y'all.
But you gave your like a semi-decent landing you can kind of wade out into.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a little pier of swampland.
It's only
You
15 feet across anyway, so
Yeah, you get
Yeah.
you most of the way. You're, not too far off from that gong that's also in the water.
Okay. All right, that's basically what it is for enough turns for us to walk out there and examine that ish,
Yeah. So what do you want to do?
I'm gonna walk out and see if I can see that gong.
Sure.
What if-
You check it out. It's a hammered brass or copper gong. Doesn't seem to be anything abnormal. You can see rust spotting where it's been setting in this water for a very, very long time. The frame holding it up is like a steel frame or an iron frame, and the gong is suspended by a couple of chains.
Anybody still have magical sight up?
I do. I just recast it. Is the gong magical?
Yeah, it's got a magical essence to it.
Mhm.
You're not
That's
exactly.
pretty much all I get.
Yeah, I mean, it does something. You're not sure what. Something magical.
Like the gong is magical, but maybe the room is made of bones.
The walls are mortared in skulls, and the stairway going up to the door on the far side is made of bones.
I feel like ringing the gong would
Not
reverberate
good.
and destroy all the bones, which is probably something we don't want to do when we're in the room.
Mm-hmm.
Do that or summon something, the water to eat us all.
The dinner bell.
I
Mhm.
saw that in chat. That's hilarious.
Yummy, yummy human.
Well, why don't we bypass it for now and see what is further up?
Sure, you want to go check the door out?
Sure.
Sure. I'll give it to you. You go, you check the door out. Like I said, brass or whatever metal it was made out of, barred on your side in the relief of an elephant. Looking at it, you can see all the seams on this door are leaking water out of it.
From the other side, and you said it's barred on this side.
On this side, yeah.
Ooh, yeah. Okay. So something of a water lock. Next chamber is completely submerged, maybe. Does it look like there's any kind of mechanical contraption on the bar?
No.
Hmm.
It's just like a brass rod, large brass rod that just sets through the tusks of these elephants, which is what's holding the door shut.
Elephants, you say?
Elephants.
There you go.
Can I make an intelligence check why there's elephants in a water room?
You can. I mean, I will save you the point of it and let you know it's just purely a stylistic choice in this area of the dungeon.
It's weird.
Yeah.
How? What's the word I'm looking for?
Because elephants have noses like tentacles, and there's something.
Incongruous is the word I'm looking for. Incongruous.
Mm.
Yeah, really strange.
And water's leaking out from around the doors.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe
Can
it's
we-
saying that the elephant uses its nose to breathe while the rest of it's underwater.
Could be.
Can we? There's a couple different things I see. Don't do it. Close this place up and go to another one.
Mm-hmm.
Try to put a force wall up so that if we can jury rig some rope and lever and lift the bar and see if the door's open, maybe hold the water back long enough for us to get out. That's number 2. Number 3, spin the disc, which I know is bad.
There's 4 also. Did you say 4? Ring the gong?
Oh yeah,
Good
no,
song,
that's not
yeah.
an option, Chuck.
It is an option.
Well, so going back to handout B, the translated again, stone, stream, flame, give it form. We've already released stone, likely. Are we really wanting to release the stream as well, or the water as well?
Did we release it? I don't know.
It dropped that large sphere.
Mm.
It did. Yeah.
Oh.
You know, that little pit right underneath it was made to accept it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought it was like a big pinball machine.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. Like that was the point of. I mean, everything else in there was kind of a dead end, except for that one hallway that went to the like an elemental plane of Earth or something. So I can see from the design that maybe.
One thing I forgot to point out when you entered this room, all of you kind of started feeling away like you did in the Earth area. Dwarves, you don't feel any change. Thieves, you suddenly start feeling real good about your thieving abilities.
Go steal that bell.
Clerics, you're feeling a real strong connection to your deity there, Father Leopold. You're feeling good about it. But our elf friends, you're feeling even larger disconnect with your magic than you were before.
Oh my god!
So -2 die size to all spell checks.
This is racism.
Could be.
Racism.
Clerics.
It's the elves.
Cleric, so Father Leopold, in this area, you get a +2 die size to all spell checks, and you do not gain any disapproval while you're in here.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
And thieves,
Start casting healing on everyone.
Yeah.
Heal, please. More healing.
thieves, you get a +1 die size to find and disarm tracks, and a +1 die size to saves against trap effects while you're in this area.
If we don't screw up this room, it's a great place to rest with the cleric being able to just sling spells
It
at
is.
his
No
leisure.
disapproval is amazing.
That's huge.
Mhm.
So, what's the plan?
Don't screw this room up right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
and you're in water, which isn't the
Yes.
Okay, cool. So I do want to say real quick now, Rotgut, you would know that when you were in the area and he turned the wheel, you felt the effect before. So you feel when they turned it and you got trapped for a second. When it was turned, you felt the same larger disconnect with your magic.
Okay.
And then it got turned back to the wolf and it was lesser, and then you stepped out into the central chamber, and then you were back to normal.
All right, I'd relay that to everybody that it feels very obvious the machinations of what's going on here.
You're getting the feeling that whether you're in the wolf or the goat or the lion or the worm, you're feeling different effects in each of those.
Okay. We've got so many casters in this party too that I kind of feel like we're all kind of feeling that, maybe except for Bowdy sometimes.
Bowdy's doing great.
Yeah, Bowdy's all for about it for sure.
I'm for Bowdy, and Rowdy.
So what are you going to do?
Gee, it sure is getting late, Chuck.
Do you want to wrap it? We'll come back to this. It's a few minutes to midnight. Let's go ahead and do a wrap up.
Okay.
And we'll pick up next session in the first room of the water temple here.
Oh no.
I feel like if we open the doors, it's a big thing. If we ring the gong, it's a big thing.
It could
Yeah.
be. This is maybe a good
I'm
place.
absolutely certain that ringing the gong will open that door and
Yeah.
flood
Yeah.
everything.
I bet the door can't be opened without ringing that gong, and then, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. I have a strong amount of confidence that you all will certainly do something to cause something to happen.
Tune
I
in
think
next
we
time
should
where
shut these
something will
doors and
happen.
go back to the central area.
Yeah. All right. So once again, we're Defenders of
Wait,
Kobold.
can Father Leopold heal us all?
Yes.
Oh,
if you
sure.
all want to,
If
why
anyone
don't?
needs healing,
Yeah, Father
I will-
Leopold. We'll go ahead and we can do this off stream. Just cast your healing after we're off the stream, and people can heal up. We don't need to do that kind of bookkeeping on stream.
All right.
So once again, we're Defenders of Kobold. You can find us regularly at twitch.tv/Defenders of Kobold. We got stuff going every Wednesday and every Friday. Also Saturdays, we're either here at Goodman Games Official or we're over on Free League Publishing. We also, Bert, Christopher, Friendin, and I rock out stuff pretty regularly on Notorious DMG, twitch.tv/Notorious DMG TV. Friendin, I think, because Jeff responded and he said he was on for tomorrow night. And Friendin, I think you were the last holdout on whether or not we play Shadowrun tomorrow night.
Oh, you know what? I missed that thread in that Discord. Yeah, sure. If everybody's doing it,
So as long as it's still cool with you, Bert, we'll be over on Notorious DMG TV tomorrow night, Sunday at 9 p.m. Central for
It's
some
okay with
Shadowrun.
Chuck's internet.
Hey,
Yeah, Chuck.
yeah,
Please,
that's
Chuck.
listen. Yeah, my internet is dumb sometimes. But
Okay,
yeah,
he replaced his router with a Pop-Tart. It's fine.
I did. The
Oh,
Pop-Tart's
that should be
great.
fine then.
It was s'mores, so it's the best Pop-Tart.
Still in the tinfoil, I hope, to get the
Still
conductivity.
in the tinfoil. You got to get that connection real good. So yeah, that's us. Defenders of Kobold, Notorious DMG TV. Yeah, that's what we got. We'll go in the order of the thing. Next person with stuff to plug is Jeremy.
Oh, yeah. I guess Plutecast, PLEWD. Come listen to comic nonsense.
There we go. Christopher.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm at Two Old Guys Games, 2oggames.com. We currently have the complete collection, all 8 products that we had released for 2020, which was supposed to be the year of 2OG. It was supposed to be 22OG, and it turned out being, 2020, the year that shall not be named. But you can get it all for 50% off at Drive-Thru RPG, and Sinking Stir Corarius is, of course, available on the Goodman Game Store. On Wednesdays, you can find me on Twitch at All the RPGs. On Thursday, you can find me right here for either X-Crawl Live or The Swashbucklers, which is Sinking the Stir Corarius on the Goodman Games channel.
There you go. Moving up to Bert.
Hey, other than running Shadowrun on Sundays in the Notorious DMG, I'm also running a first edition Dungeons and Dragons game, and I podcast at Blue Magic, BLUMAGIK.com, where we have over 10 years worth of RPG goodness.
There you go. Cool stuff. Friendin.
Hi, I'm Friendin, twitch.tv/Friendin. I draw stuff for tabletop companies and for myself for tabletop. And you can watch me illustrate things and even interact with the illustrations in chat at where I just said. That's what I
There we
do.
go.
I draw stuff.
Cool shit. Yeah, we'll be back for more of this game in 2 weeks, starting at 9 p.m. Central on this channel. Yeah, we'll be continuing on. The Music of the Spheres is Chaos every other Saturday night for as long as it takes. Yeah, I don't know. I ain't got much else. So, yeah, I guess we'll catch you all later. Thanks for watching, and deuces. I don't know. Bye.
Peace.
Gotta find the right mouse. I gotta find the right monitor. Oh my gosh, what am I doing?
You're looking in the wrong direction, Chuck. You have to
I am.
look in the other direction.
It's this direction, yeah. All right.
Just pull out the damn Pop-Tart.
Goodbye, everyone.